you know what, man, I love how we can go from saying the dumbest shit on the planet to just like, hey, but see,
Yeah.
that's real, right? Like, it's just,
Yeah.
we let it flow.
I think the American single malt community is small and close, and so that it's cool to be connected there.
You guys had an epic first year. Can't wait to see what you do in the next 12 months. Cheers to 1 year. We're very, man, we're so lucky to have you guys supporting us. Thank you. I want to tell you, I don't know what the appropriate number of ball references in one video are, like, but I went for it. But I am going to make a whiskey and Mexican Coke. And it is Mexican because it says Refresca right here, Max. And this is what's cool about some of the Whiskey Tubes channels. We just support each other and help each other out. There's just tons of dark fruit on this 515. Tons of dark fruit.
I do love it's like a blackberry preserves thing, but it is also got some spice to it. Like you put it on. Have you ever put preserves on a cinnamon roll, or is that too fat kid for you?
I could see maybe taking a cinnamon powdered sugar donut and stuffing it with like a blackberry preserve inside or something.
There is nut in turkey. I'm looking at the camera. There is nut in turkey. In some turkey, there's nut. Okay? Look at me. Look at turkey fan.
And then the Jack Daniel Tanner has a spiciness on the nose, like a sweet spice, but still spicy. Like it just warns you. Like it's like the Tanner Hill's like a rattlesnake laying in the grass that you can hear like it's like rattling, like, oh, I'm about to bite your ass.
Like a great whiskey makes you stop in your tracks. You don't have to think. Right. You don't have to think about it, right? Like you don't think, oh wait, what is the note? What do I no, he said this, it knocks down the door.
Sometimes, like with whiskey, it's better to just sit and enjoy it and just stop all the bullshit with like notes and everything else. Just enjoy it and just have fun with it.
What's going on, man?
What's up? What's up, baby?
Man, I got really passionate about that nut in the wild turkey.
You're doubling down. And sometimes, I feel like sometimes we watch the highlights from last week. I'm watching you watch them in the backstage. And I think it's like you watch them like it's the first time you've ever seen them. Like
it does. It feels like it. It feels like it sometimes, Hack. I'm just going to say that.
All good, man. Welcome in, everybody. It's Sunday night. The weekend ain't over.
It's not. We got some basketball on too. Come on.
Yeah, I see you rocking that Cleveland Cavs hat, baby.
Yeah, man. I'm rooting for the Cavs.
Do they not have a quilted Cleveland Cavaliers hat?
I need to get on that. If anyone knows, let me know. But
yeah,
I need one.
Yeah. But tonight's gonna be a fun one, Mac. We've got a big guest coming on. Somebody that I'm super excited. Has a YouTube channel, Dusty Dan Whiskey Reviews, will be on with us in just a little bit. He is like an official ASCOT judge taster. So it's going to be super cool to talk to him from that perspective, but also a really great dude. So I'm excited to have him on tonight.
That's fancy sounding, especially for some of the notes that I roll out. Hack. That's, his notes are up here. Yeah. I'm like,
and I didn't tell you this, but the reason I brought him on is I thought maybe we could work on our notes together because there are more notes than, caramel and oak. But hey guys, merch on the way. Caramel and oak t-shirt. Merch on the way. My guy Mac, he's grinding on this merch. It'll be out soon.
Yeah, everyone, you'll see. Seriously, I'm working on it. But yeah, no, I love that the caramel plus oak in there.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into that. He sent us a blind tonight. I think of a bunch of different picks that he's done. So I'm super excited to get into that. That's and awesome. Then we're gonna get into Heaven Hill 22 together. And so I sent samples to you guys. Whiskey should be shared. So we're gonna get into Heaven Hill 22 tonight. And then who knows what else? Like it could get kind of wild, could kind of get crazy. I've got the OGD, the new Black Label single barrels right here. These are 7-year, the 114s. This is going to be part of our giveaway tonight. So I think it'd probably be good for me to just go ahead and and put the banner up real quick for you guys so you can kind of see tonight. We've got this one's I picked up an extra bottle of this. Also, I just did a hunt video that'll drop this week from Space City Liquor here in Houston, or really down in the NASA area, and a really great store. And so picked one of these up extra for the channel. So this is one of the giveaways tonight. Also, I've got a sample pack from all the Dusty Dan barrel picks that I picked up along the way. So K-Luke, Evernorth, which I'm going to have him tell you guys about this Evernorth pick. It's kind of crazy. Awesome. Still Austin, which is the best Still Austin store pick, barrel pick. You and I both agree it's like the best one we've ever had.
Yep.
So we're going to get into that, or that's in the giveaway. The JD Rye, Silver Springs as well. He's got a Silver Spring. So a lot of really good samples in the sample pack tonight, guys, for the giveaway. So if you, every $5 super chat or Venmo will get you entered to win. And then also I'm going to give away some stuff from Mac, because I make him give some of his stuff away, which he's kind of flashing it right now. What you got there, buddy?
This is the 112 proof rare breed. It's like 2015 release, so it's not a Dusty, but it's like modern Dusty. That's going to be a giveaway tonight. Sample, not the whole thing. This special bottle, but I am going to sample it out for the winner. And then I got this guy. This is an old I think this is 1976 Jim Beam. And
nice.
Heck, you've had this guy.
Oh yeah, it's damn good. It's really good.
It's crazy like how good that old Jim is. So anyway, that, and then I've got Elijah Craig, like 2001 Dusty, that I'm giving away, and then the Wild Turkey 12 modern Dusty. So those four will be my giveaway.
Yeah, so some modern Dusty sample pack from Mac, and then also I've got 4 samples. One of them will include the Heaven Hill 22 sample. So if you haven't got to try that yet, I will get that in a sample if you win. And then 4 contenders that I'm thinking are early whiskey of the year. So the Deep from Jay West, I really was loving that. Got into that, posted it on Instagram, kind of a quick little review on that. And then also really fell in love with that Broad Branch Fidelity Rye, the 144 has. Like it may be my rye of the year, Mac.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
And then one more, the probably the small batch product that I'm looking at that I like the most right now is the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend 515 from Nancy, the Return of the Jelly. Just got him in love with that bottle. And so we've got a bunch of giveaways tonight. So 4 giveaways, 3 different sample packs, the OGD single barrel. So if you want to get in, every $5 super chat, and so you'll have a chance to win something cool tonight. So hopefully you'll join us as we get into it, Mac. But maybe we should check in a little bit with the chat.
Tim first.
Welcome in, Tim.
Yeah, man.
Next week, guys, Tim will be my co-host. Just real quick, I'll just show this. This is coming up. This is our schedule for May. Tonight we've got Dan, Dusty, and then next week we got Josh Scroggum, who's a master blender, distiller, main barrel dude over at Good Times, and my guy Tim is going to join me because he is kind of the grand ambassador of all things Good Times. In case you didn't know.
Absolutely, and he came in clutch, got me this guy, which I'm sipping on here, talking about. But yeah, Tim's first, and that's awesome. You have fun. I will miss you next week, but I will be on the beach in Mexico, my friend.
Yeah, my guy's headed to Mexico. You need a little R&R, baby. A little R&R.
You got to get away. Pickle.
Look at this.
Welcome, hey, Pickle.
The Pickle channel's taking off. We're getting Pickle usernames, like Pickle member usernames. I'm telling you, buddy. When this whiskey thing goes to shit, which it will go to shit, we've got a future in Pickle.
We do, man. What's up, Randall? Cheers. Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Dave's been here from the get-go.
Yeah, he has. What's up there, Jerry?
Jerry,
cheers.
What's
up, Dennis? Cheers. Let's see here.
Brandon Scott. What up, Brandon?
Sipping on that old Fitz 9 from one of our sample bottles, Dennis. Definitely more complex. Yep. I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Cheers, Bradley. You had like 3 packages come out today from me. This guy's a big winner.
Bradley Booper's been hitting lately. Yeah, he's got some winnings on his way.
Let's see here. What's up, JG? We got Top Jimmy. What's going on, Toby?
Top Jimmy in the house. I will say this. Toby, he's been kind of chilling on Sunday nights. He told me he's he's on YouTube a lot during the week. So
He is, yeah.
normally, but tonight he's here because Dusty is his boy. And I will tell you this, that's how I found out about Dusty was Top Jimmy, aka Toby, said, "Hey, you got to check this guy out." And he said he has one of the most incredible palates in the game, and he's not wrong. Like, and
Mhm.
as soon, and I think I've told this before, but Mac, I didn't watch a lot of whiskey YouTube before we started doing it, which probably wasn't that
Yeah.
smart. But
Explains a lot
yeah, it does.
for
Explains a
us.
whole lot. But yeah, so I've loved following along with Dusty's channel, and I'm a proud Patreon member. So glad to have him here
Same.
tonight.
It's nice. We're still Austin cast strength. Bourbon specs pick. Tasting notes, I assume, is caramel and oak. I don't know, maybe camel and oak, but
I call it caramel. I'm just saying caramel and oak.
Caramel.
Caramel and oak. Yeah.
What's up, Pat? How's it going? Weird whiskey. Let's see here. Keep rolling here. Okay. Dennis, thank you for the super chats. Okay. Yeah, I think we read that comment earlier. Appreciate that. Let's see. Joe, the sample guy. Cheers. Oh, start with a beer. Boulevard. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. It's a bourbon barrel quad ale. What do you
say that really fast? Boulevard Brewing Bourbon Barrel. I will not be able to say that later in the stream tonight. So
I used to drink some Boulevard beer. I can't drink as much beer as I used to, Hack. I don't know about you.
When you get older, man, when you get older, it's tough, man.
It's hitting me, man.
Yeah.
I love some beer, and I'll be drinking it this week later in Mexico, but I can't drink like those thick, like the stout, like all those like big ABV beers, man. It's tough. All right, here we go. Let's go, Dennis. Oh, wait, Handy Randy. What's going on there? Cheers. Foot Doc. Always. Hey, Candace. Welcome in.
What up, Candace?
Cheers, Joe, the sample guy here. Randall. How's it going, Randall? I think you had something go out today for me as well in the mail. Let's see. Rolling through here. Harold, cheers.
My dude, Harold.
Let's see here. Thank you, Randy, for the super
chat. Yeah, Randy from
Gauchos,
guys, May 30th. I don't think I have the graphic ready to go tonight, but you can see it on our socials. May 30th, big grand opening in Troop, Texas. So hopefully this week we get some details lined out on kind of some pre-events on that Friday, but love to have you join us in the East Texas region, Troop, Texas. A lot of cool stuff going on. They're sending me kind of cool videos of where the store is. I think they're starting to get their shipments in. So
yeah,
check out Gauchos, y'all. They're going to do some cool stuff, and Randy and that whole team, Nathaniel, all those guys, man, they're killing it and doing amazing barrel picks. So you'll want to join us.
Absolutely. And they're on Instagram right here. I think I'm following them.
Gauchos. Yeah.
They're kind of showing them
on Instagram now. Yeah, they certainly are. Yep.
Rick purchased a bottle of the 8 and 10-year boys Reveries. The 8 all have opened, but man's it good. I think I should have purchased backups. That thing is, yeah.
Thank you, Eric. I would love to take credit, but it's all Jay.
Yeah. They're so good. What's up,
Connoisseur Cigar? Connoisseur Cigar does some great Instagram posts.
Yes.
If you're not following him on Instagram, he does some really great reviews.
Yeah, I need to get some cigar racks. I used to be a cigar smoker. I try to cut a lot of that. But I've been feeling like I want to try some of these cigar blends of the cigar again, Hack.
Absolutely.
What's up, Jay? We hung a little bit this weekend on the chat, and the voice chat. We had some fun this weekend, Hack, on the voice chat, didn't we?
We did. If you want to be hanging out with us in Discord, be a member and then click on our member tab, and you can click on the link and you can join our Discord. We just randomly will decide, hey, let's go have some pours and talk about things like pumpernickel and pepitas.
Yeah, we went nerdy and weird last night.
It was very nerdy and weird last night, and I'm mostly to blame for that. So I do apologize, Mac. Please pass on my apologies to Naomi. I think I probably said some things I should not in front of the lady, so I apologize.
Oh, she's probably used to that by now. Jocel's Realty Group Boston, welcome in. Cheers, Hack, Mac, and Smack, aka Dusty Dan. I like
nice. It. We need a new home. We get kicked out of our homes for whatever reason. We can move to Boston.
I love it.
Awesome.
Still rolling through here. Mike T, cheers, gang. We've got a lot of people in here, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I still always am shocked at people that they like hanging. Or maybe they just like making fun of me too, Hack, which is also fine.
Yeah, I think that's certainly I mean, that for sure people like that, but you know.
Man. What did Mac do to Okay.
Jay.
Let's keep rolling here. Dang Hooper. Cheers. Welcome in. Let's see. We got Top Dog. Oh, Sweet Cindy. And welcome in as always. Sugar Kitty. Yeah, here we go. Rolling through here. What are you sipping on over there, Hack? While we're
yeah. So I've got a side by side here of last year. I think this is the spring 25 bottle. Old Granddad came out with an age stated 7-year bottled in bond. And I remember we did one of our early videos. We did like a 7-year side by side with this and a few other 7-year, expressions. And just recently, it just hit the Houston market this last week or so, which is part of our giveaway tonight. These Old Granddads, 7 years, but they kick it up a little bit, going to 114 proof, right? I guess that's what the 114 means, right?
Well, I mean, that OGD 114 is, I think, a solid shelfer bottle. It used to be my jam. It was like my first one, Hack, that I was telling you earlier. Kind of got after I got out of like Makers and Woodford. Old Granddad 114 off the shelf was awesome.
So I thought I'd do a quick side by side to give anybody some feedback on it. I didn't care that much for this 7-year. It just didn't have much depth of flavor and felt like it was just kind of washed out a little bit, honestly. I liked the Old Fit 7 last year more than this, honestly. But it could be I wasn't liking the high rye mash bills as well. This has like, I think, a 27% high rye mash bill on these. But I'm going to get into this right now while you're reading through the chat.
Nice. We got Wes in the chat, Naomi in the chat here. Torn between bottles. Hello, y'all from the DFW Metroplex.
Oh, thank you for being here. Some fellow Texans, always good.
Chad, the Burrow man. Yes, this is a Sturgill Simpsons shirt. I'm a huge Sturgill fan. Love me some Sturgill.
So, Mac, I would tell you just first sip on this OGD.
Yeah.
It's like it's got that beam, nut, right? The beam nut.
Yeah.
Not to get stuck on nut notes again, but beam does have that nut. Beam is more of a peanut to me, of anything. It's kind of that roasted peanut. So it's definitely got that. But immediately it's got that cinnamon backbone that we learned about when we were learning about the stags. It's got quite a bit of spice on it compared to the Knob Creek stuff that I've had, honestly.
Yep.
Cheers. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. It's not overly spicy like I get on the stags. That may be because the proof is hanging out at 114 instead of up there at the 130s, right?
Yep.
But for $50 right now, I think this is a great buy. And I would probably, like, if we had more time, I would probably try this against the Knob Creek Masters blend just to see how they do. I think the Masters blend is a lot sweeter, richer, more of those caramel notes. And this OGD leans more into the peanut, cinnamon spice. It's like like when you go to the mall or somewhere and they've got those roasted cinnamon nuts and you can smell it. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting off of this thing.
Nice. Wes, thank you for the super chat. Love you. Where's the charcuterie, Hack?
Yeah, no charcuterie.
I know you're having some Cheez-Its earlier.
I did. I slammed a bag of Cheez-Its right for the stream, Jay.
And I know we're still rolling in here. Irving Larry. Oh, Southern Collect. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that right today. Oh, I know you sent an update in our chat, but those are coming, aren't they?
Yeah. Southern Collective guys. We got some videos we put in the Discord this week of them actually bottling those. So super excited that they're bottling those. They're going to send us a couple of early bottles. I've been sampling out the rye pretty heavily already. And actually tonight I sent Dusty the rye for him to get into. The Southern Collective rye that's in our drop is one of the samples I sent him to get into tonight. So I'm excited to see what he thinks of it. Really am.
It's great. All right, we got 3G Jags. What about the Hack giveaway? Wait, I don't know if you're talking about Hack or mine. I don't know how many people
which hat do we owe a hat? Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, Mac is in charge of all merch, so just know that.
I am, and it's gonna happen. Chris Barlow, cheers. Welcome in. Bourbon Coach, welcome in here. I need a Bourbon Coach.
Definitely. I bet a Bourbon Coach could help you with more notes than caramel and oak.
I think so. I could use that. Dusty Dan, Dan has a giveaway as well. Hack.
Oh, this will be exciting to see what we'll let him announce it when he comes on.
Yeah. Thank you, JG, for the super chat. Thank you, Jerry. Super chat. Thanks for what we all do. I mean, that's very nice of you, but heck, I don't know really what we do except we just drink whiskey on here and act real dumb sometimes.
We drink whiskey.
But thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, but thank you.
Oh man, Dusty has a vodka flight for the giveaway. JG says here. I'm sure it's not that, JG.
I don't think it'd be vodka. No, I don't.
Oh my gosh.
Well, what do you think? Our man is back there waiting. I don't want to keep him.
He is. Yeah,
long.
we can't. Yeah.
Let's just run through the super chats and then we'll jump to the front of the line here. Thank you, Bradley Booper, for the super chat. Thank you. Good luck tonight. Andrew, having myself a pour of Helldiver. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Oh man, yeah,
that's a good one. Man, I haven't gone back to Found North in a while. That's something we should get. You should work on our guy. You should get.
I know. I gotta get.
Or have you completely ruined that relationship with your late night drunk?
I think we're still good. I haven't texted him too late lately.
Okay, all right. Candace with the super chat. Thank you so much. Excited to have you here tonight. The first lady of whiskey. Brandon Scott with the super chat. Thank you, sir. Always glad to see you in the chat. Top Jimmy with the $10. He wants to hear about the 10-year. What do you think of that?
Yes. Matt? So this one, and by the way, the in our Anthony Graveshot on Discord is in our Discord now, and it dropped an awesome review of this. And we have a review section in our Discord. I would highly suggest, and a lot of people have been doing killer reviews there. Really quick, I will say he is the expert on that. For mine though, I agree with, like, this thing is a rich, dark, viscous. Anthony said mahogany, which is a very interesting note. I don't own any mahogany, hack, in this apartment. But I can imagine I've smelt it in fancy bars before and in fancy places. It has that level of oak. It is chocolatey. It's oaky, chocolatey. There's also some caramel in it. But it's more of like a really sort of like when that caramel gets really sort of darker, you cook it longer, right? And there's a bit of that praline thing too, which I'm digging this.
You know, I just, the only thing with that, I was disappointed on the price.
I know.
Was it 180?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's the first ever 10-year, so I guess, you know, but just that seems a lot, right? 180 for a 10-year.
Yeah, Peerless prices are tough, I think. Very rarely have I been disappointed in Peerless, though. I'll just say that. So
we got one more super chat. Oh, Steve Paul, he got an updated picture of it. He's got an updated picture of it. He learned quickly when we were hanging out at Spillway how important it is to have a whiskey wagon. His son Robert was pulling my whiskey wagon around. He tried to take your job, just so you know.
I know, I saw that.
So hey, without further ado, just real quick, final note. I would, for $50, I'd buy this all day long. I think it's got it's got a richness, obviously, that this bottled in bond doesn't. And I think with that, it's not sweet though. It's definitely not a sweet pour. It leans into the spice. I think if you're a spice lover, this is something that I think you like a lot. So good luck tonight for those that are going after this one. And I don't know, is this to the chat? Like, are y'all seeing these everywhere in the country, or is it again?
I haven't seen them up here.
No,
maybe when Dusty gets up, we can ask him too. But
yeah, for sure.
Naomi did say she's not looking at pumpernickel bread the same way anymore.
Well, again, Naomi, I'm sorry. Thank you for still speaking with me. I appreciate that. Hopefully I haven't upset her. I hope that she doesn't, you know, I just don't want to ruin the relationship at all. But more importantly, I don't want to ruin the access to the wheel, because she
could take that down. She could take that down.
Absolutely. So I think without further ado, let's get our guest up. What do you say, Mac? Let's bring Dusty up and get him in the mix. We've been making this man wait too long.
What's up, guys?
There he is. Man,
how you doing?
Look at those like sturdy shelves back there.
I hope they're sturdy.
Those are nice. Yeah, they're looking real sturdy.
Yeah. They can. I think each shelf can hold 1,000 pounds. So I don't think I can get anywhere close to that. You know, even if it's completely full. So.
Oh no, yours are fancier. I thought we had a similar, but no, we don't. That's nice.
No, his
so
don't actually
originally
sway
these
in the
have
middle.
like that metal grate on them.
Yeah,
and I had to buy wood to put on top because when you put the bottle on there, they started to tip, and I was like, oh shit. So I went out and I bought some wood to kind of set on top of that as a extra reinforced layer, if you will. So
that's a great idea.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, just thank you for doing this with us. I know it's something we've talked about for a while, and thank you also to Top Jimmy for really helping me find you, because I was pretty new into the whole whiskey tube thing, and man, I don't think that there is a better reviewer on the whiskey tube world, honestly.
Yeah,
Mac and I have talked about that privately, like before we even really kind of got to know you, Dusty, and like, so again, no bullshit. Like, I love how you do your reviews. I love your approach. A lot of your tasting notes, when I try them, it just like, I just connect really well with it, and I think you do an incredible job of your reviews, and I'm just so grateful that you're here with us, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys, and thank you for having me on. I know we talked about this for a little while, but no, definitely happy to be here, and again, greatly appreciate the feedback, and as you know, for a while there, I was doing normal reviews, but when like the shorts thing kind of blew up, that's just kind of where things kind of led down that road, and it's a little bit harder to get what you want to say out in the short, as you guys know, but I think it's more appealing to the audience and to the people. That's what they want to see. They don't want to sit and watch me review something for 4 minutes or something, So so now using that approach, I think, is a little bit more convenient for both sides.
So Ian, go ahead, Mac.
Well, no, I was just gonna say I experienced that early on, Dusty. I did a 21-minute review of Creek 21. So we probably got about 70 views on that.
It's weird because, back, a year or so ago, maybe a little bit more, there was a decent amount of reviews, but then when you go back and look at the numbers, it was just like this steady decline. And I was like, man, I guess the shorts thing is really where it needs to be. And that's when I started that. So, but yeah, I appreciate the feedback, guys. And, as far as tasting notes, I relate everything back to experience that I have, right? Tasting notes are subjective, right? You may taste something differently than I do. And, I take it all back to relate a lot to food and just memories of different things. And, I'm a big candy guy. I got a sweet tooth. So, I do kind of relate things to candy probably more so than anything else, but
same here. Same here. You're amongst friends. We're fat kid whiskey notes all day.
Yeah, man.
I think one of the things I wanted to start with is, I want to get to the origin story, but just because we're talking about reviews, we had Ian Sturzman, the master distiller of MGP, on, and he said something that was so true, is that on the whiskey tube world, people tune in, they automatically think people that give reviews are experts. Now, oddly enough, people don't think that about us for whatever reason, but
I don't know why.
Yeah. But so I think with you, you're obviously, an ASCOT judge. And so could you just start, just tell us, what does that mean to be an ASCOT judge? How, and also, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit, how did that come about?
Yeah. So, as far as how it came about, I had been watching Fred for a little while when he was doing his thing, and I occasionally commented on his lives and his channel and stuff like that. And it was after one. I don't know if it was after the one where he does 100 samples and at one time. I can't remember which one it was, but I left him a comment, and he said something live on the air. I was like, hey, reach out to me. And so I sent him an email, and he got back to me and said, shoot me a picture and some information about you. And I was like, why? And he was like, I've actually watched you for a while, and I respect your palate, and I really want you to come on board and be an ASCOT judge. And I was just kind of like, wow. I didn't know any of that. I didn't know he had watched me before. We had talked prior. I'd been to, one of his events and things like that. And, we have we share some background stuff together, but, and so that's kind of, where that started. And obviously I was very honored and humbled to be part of a group of people like that, because I don't really fit in my opinion, as well as some of these other people do. Yeah, I mean, to be part of that and really get to, I literally just got done, my last 2 lives, I got done doing, well, it was 100 total samples. I didn't do them all at one time. But they really want you to break them down into, by category. So they don't want you to taste the American rye whiskeys with finished whiskeys. So really kind of keep it like categorized. But what it gives you a chance to do a couple things. It gives you a chance to obviously taste things where, there is no bias, right? You don't know what it is. The only information they give you is the category. So it'll be, an American rye whiskey and then the proof. That's all you get. So really, going in, it's basically you're drinking these blind and then kind of giving them a grade. There's a standard grade. I usually start at like a 72 and then either go up or down from there. A 75 would be like an honorable mention. So I start everything at below an honorable mention and kind of, work my way from there.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is I think this is year number 4 that I've been with them now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I think this is year number 4. Yeah, and this year they threw some scotch in at me.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah, they threw some scotch in at me towards the last 3 samples, but no, it's a lot of fun, because they utilize the feedback that I give them and that all the judges give them. And if something needs a little work, that the John or whoever runs it will send them that information, that company that information on that product, as like constructive feedback, if you will, for ways for them to improve whatever it may be, right? It does it lack depth and complexity? Is it thin on the palate? Is it grain forward? Things like that. So those are the kind of tasting notes that you put in, whether it's good or bad. Those places need to know that information so they can fix or celebrate whatever it is.
So I guess how we're going to do this tonight, if that's all right with you, is as we ask you questions and I want to learn more about like the origin story and like how you really got into whiskey and some things like that.
Yeah.
But I think we're just going to pour up these samples that you sent us because Dusty sent us A through F, right?
Yeah.
And so my guy Mac here is an expert at blinds, so just don't be upset when he nails all these. But
I mean,
do you have any instructions for us on the blind? Anything?
So originally it wasn't even supposed to be a blind. I literally ran out of time while I was doing this. I didn't even. I mean, as you guys know, there's no labels on there. I literally wrote Sharpie on the caps. So I mean, what I wanted to do is, I've been part of a good amount of picks, and I know the bottles that you guys have, so I wanted to send you some random kind of stuff
cool.
that we've done here. So whether it's me and well, I don't want to give stuff away, but yeah, there's a couple different pick groups that were part of some of these. So I really just kind of want to throw things around and send you kind of a good mix. So I was sitting here thinking about how we could taste these without ruining one of the whiskeys in here, or 2 of the whiskeys in here. So, I guess I kind of wrote it down in the order that we can drink these in.
So start at A then. Okay.
Yeah, we can start with A. I put it at for the number 1 that we could drink, and we might have to skip around a little bit because I didn't. Again, when I sent these out in a rush, I didn't really kind of put that thought behind it. I just kind of needed to get them out because I knew the date was approaching quickly. So
it's all good. It's all good. Hey, quick question from Connoisseur Cigar. You get to try a lot of different spirits with the Ascots. What's your favorite type to sip outside of American whiskey?
Probably, the most excited for me this year was probably the rye whiskey category. There was more rye whiskey total than there was almost anything else. I mean, going back and looking at the sheets, whether it was just rye whiskey and then finished rye whiskey, there was some craft rye whiskey that was in there this year. So the rye whiskey category, I was kind of, I was really looking forward to this year, and I'll say it didn't disappoint. There were some in there, obviously, that weren't as great, but there was a lot that really kind of stood out and made themselves known. And so I know that all the judges do things differently, but like for me, when I'm tasting the product, I don't eat anything prior. I won't drink anything that'll influence my palate. Like I do take it very seriously because if it were my company, like I'd want someone to be doing the same thing, right? Like I'd want to be, I'd want them to be judging my stuff, the right way and not have garlic bites and pizza prior to going and tasting some of this stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, that's, and so I think the rye whiskey category was the one that I really was excited about this year. And I'm glad I was, because there's a lot of good stuff in there this year. So very excited about that.
I think Mac and I both are kind of finding, as we kind of do more of this YouTube stuff, but also just like trying to rate whiskeys and review whiskeys and that, and obviously not experts, but like that I'm really starting to love those ryes more and more and more, whether it's the Silver Springs rye, the Broad Branch rye, like that Tannered Hill. Like, God, it just feels like I'm just starting to love ryes more and more.
I would agree with you. I was a huge bourbon lover for a long time. And then just slowly, the rye whiskey just kept going up and up and up and up. And I really think that's what I look forward to the most now is more of those rye whiskeys, to be honest with you. I think there is a broader spectrum with rye whiskey than there is bourbon. That's just my opinion. But I think it can go way across that flavor wheel, more so than bourbon can, in my opinion. Some people could argue that, but rye can really, really mess around with you. So.
Well, so I think what I wanted to do on your side, if you're willing, first, what do you have in the glass?
I poured our letter A.
Oh, okay. So you're going to do it with us. Okay.
Yeah.
To do it with us, I was going to have you do some of the ones I sent you, but that's fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could do that too. I just wanted to start out with this one. But then I have all 4 samples here. Thank you for sending that, by the way. I'm very excited to get into these. So,
Mac, are you getting anything besides caramel and oak on A?
I'm going to try to branch out here. Dusty, I did not. I don't know if you saw it. You probably didn't, but I said something one time. I think you might have been in that stream, actually, Dusty. It was like a closed meet. It was like, who was in this? It was like it was New Year's Eve or something, and Nancy Fraley was in there, and I think you were in there. Maybe Whack was in. I
think I remember that.
And I had a bit that day, and then Nancy, I had the Magna cigar. She asked me for my notes. It's the first time I met her, and I said, I get strong caramel and then oak, and I froze. And then anyway, it became a bigger thing. And now, like, not only does Nancy remember it, I think like Ian Sturzman heard about it. So it's followed me around. So needless to say, I did not get a call from Fred Minnick about it, but
that's funny.
But anyway, with A,
I think I was there for that. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I was on that. So yeah,
kind of an unfortunate origin story for me, but I get a little spice on this A. I'm liking it.
Yeah. And the longer this one sits out, I mean, I don't know if you guys already have them all poured. If you do, that's fine. Okay. Again, I'm really trying to figure out how to drink these in order. I mean, for me, all of these drink great by themselves, but I'm just trying to, since I kind of went all over the place a little bit, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to drink through these. Yeah. So, but let me know what you guys think on this one.
Yeah. On A, I'm getting like that kind of like a light, cherry note on the nose that's really inviting. And then on the palate, it's almost like a savory pour. It's like not really overly sweet, not overly spicy. It's pretty savory. Like it's just kind of got a good, like thick, body.
Yeah, it's very, there you go. It is for me, this one is very dense and rich kind of on the nose for what this is. And it's, it kind of has a reflection of that on the palate as well when you get into it. So,
yeah. And the finish is nice. Like it's lengthy. There's a little bit, I get a little bit of orange zest on the end there. Like it's cinnamon orange. Like it's just,
one of the things I like to do, and I know it probably sounds disgusting, especially on live, I like to kind of aerate it in my mouth a little bit.
Okay.
I feel like when you do, like as the air is kind of going back through, like as you're aerating it, I feel like I get a lot more flavor as I do that. So I don't know if anybody's ever done
when
that.
you're doing the ASCOT tasting, is that something you do regularly?
Yeah.
And then I noticed that, and this is something, too, is that I am new to watching a lot of this, like first time ever I watched Fred Minnick do his, where he was tasting everything. I was like, how in the world, Dusty, do you go through that many samples and not burn out the palate? Like how?
Well, I mean, for me, I'll be honest with you, I couldn't do that. I know my limit, and I've experienced it doing the ASCOT samples, trying to finish a category, and like once certain parts of my tongue get numb, that's when I know it's done. Yeah. Like I can't go anymore, right? And it doesn't matter how many sips you take. I mean, once that whiskey hits your palate, it's still alcohol in there. So I don't know how he does it. I know that. I know maybe he's more conditioned to it. I don't know. I can't really answer that, but like I know what my limit is. Because again, there's times where it's just like I knew when to call it quits a couple times drinking these. I was like, you know what? I'm not giving this whiskey a fair chance. The sides of my tongue are like numb. My mid palate really gets affected by it, especially the high proof. It really kind of sits on there. So yeah, that's when I kind of knew. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold off.
So do you want to have us give like we're giving a few notes, you can kind of help coach us a little bit, which is awesome. And then do you want to reveal them as we go, or do you want to wait till the end?
Yeah, no, I can reveal them as we go. That's fine.
Yeah. Do you want to say anything else about A before he reveals it, Mac?
Yeah, no, I get some of the same things. I don't, and I think one of the things I don't necessarily get like a full rye spice, but there is a spice component. You said savory hack. I think that's maybe a better note of what I'm thinking. Yeah. But I really, this is like a classic bourbon, like with a nice viscosity.
It reminds me of some of the better Elijah Craig batches. Is what it reminds me of a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys want to try, but like when I sip it, like
yeah.
I kind of do like. For me, I get way more flavor punch when I do that. You know what I mean? Like it kind of just for me it does. I don't know, but
yeah, it's like a slurp, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. We don't need the hack doing any other weird things with like
no,
finger thing, your finger in the whiskey. You're like anyway.
I'll be talking about pumpernickel in dirty ways.
Yeah. So this whiskey. I know you guys mentioned viscosity. I know you guys mentioned, there's some texture to it. Again, it is a very caramel heavy. You get some nice oak in there as well. But, there are some nuanced fruits that kind of appear in there as well, kind of underneath like those under layers of this one. So this one is a pick we did at Backbone, and it's the Sticky Icky.
Oh. Sticky Icky.
So this is the Sticky Icky.
Is that a 36%? Right.
I believe this is a 36%. Surprisingly, this is under 5 years old. It's just under 5 years old.
What?
Yeah. It's 56 months.
Holy shit.
It was barreled on 10/19 and then bottled on 6/24.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I would have said this was like 8, 9, like
right. And then it's 100. It's just shy of 130 proof, 129.6 proof.
Yeah, I thought this was 115.
Yeah. The Sticky Icky was one of the ones when we were all there. We were like, wow, like the viscosity on this thing, and then knowing that it was under 5 years old, I was like, holy crap, like that's insane. I mean, the price on this bottle was like. What was it, $50? Like $49.99?
Oh my god!
Like
that's incredible, man.
Yeah, I mean, it has texture, it has depth, complexity. It's got that oakiness. Like you don't like for a whiskey like this, you would think that there would be some grain to it. I get no grain on this whatsoever. I think that it was very well done. The barrel really kind of helped mature that graininess out of it. But again, it applied that texture, and then some of those darker, denser, richer notes like that you spoke about. So,
wow, that is something.
Nice.
Yeah. But again, that one going, out of all of these, that kind of does lean more towards the traditional-ish out of the ones I sent you. So
you're headed back up there soon, right?
Yeah, the end of this month.
Talk That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so one of the things I wanted to ask you that I would like to find out too is we'll get in and try and be here, but like what was the draw for you to get into whiskey in the first place, Dusty? Like why whiskey? Like how did your journey start?
Well, I mean, I teetered in whiskey when I was a little bit, younger of a lad, but honestly, it started out in the most odd way. So I was literally just flipping through YouTube one day, and I came across, God, what's the guy's name? He's an older German guy. Somebody in the chat will probably know who I'm talking about. An older German guy, and he had like a barrel next to him. He had glasses, and he would set the bottle on top of the barrel and kind of, and he started reviewing it. And then like later on, his son would come in and help him do reviews. It's like Hans or something. I can't remember his name.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I started watching him and, flipping through, and he started talking about all these tasting notes. And I was just like, what? Like, no, I didn't really think anything of it. And so, I kept watching every now and again. It just so happened he had a bottle that I had in my very small collection at the time. So I sat down with, and watched him and kind of tasted through it. And like, I kind of understood, but I wasn't getting the tasting notes like he was getting. But I could kind of see where he was coming from. It was a little bit harder for me to get past that ethanol, like that alcohol note, right? Which I don't honestly get anymore for me. But then, one thing led to another, and I started, I think I started watching Ralphie for a little bit. And I think that's when Chad and Sarah were on, and the Daniel and the Whiskey Tribe. I think, they were on there, so I kind of started going down that road, and then found, the Mash and Drum, started watching Jason and Scott, My Bourbon Journey. And then, watching them. And then all of a sudden I found myself, talking in chat. And next thing you know, I found myself on screen with those guys enjoying some whiskeys. And then me, Jason, and Scott went on a trip to Kentucky somewhere to do a pick. And they're like, hey, man, you should start a channel. And I was like, no way. So I did. When I got back, I set it up, and I started back in 2019 is when I started, June 2019. Nice. And then the rest is history. Started shooting, didn't really know too much of what I was talking about, but just slowly kind of learned, right? Like I'm the type of person who, like, when I'm invested in something, like I'm going all out.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm going in, I'm going to go in hard. So, but yeah, I just really kind of fully invested my time, and I really enjoyed it. And eventually I kind of got past those alcohol notes and really got more in tune with the flavors of the whiskey. And I know there's some recent videos out there that talk about, there's no real tasting notes and stuff. But anyway, that's another story. But for me, I definitely get tasting notes, and I think a lot of other people do. Right. But yeah, and that's kind of where it's led me. And then again, going into the ASCOT Awards with Fred and the fellow judges, and starting a charity with two other whiskey channels, and then a now distiller. So. Yeah, I mean, it's, just led me to some great places and met a lot of great people along the way. So
that's definitely something I want to get into in a little bit, is Barrels of Hope here in a minute. But before we do, so here, just real quick on B, this is what I've got rolling for me is it has a very nice floral nose, almost like a wine. Like there's a little bit of a wine.
It's got to be finished.
Nose on this. And then I get into the maple syrup. It feels like it might be finished. Maybe it tastes.
I was going to move you guys to Delta next instead of.
Shit!
But it's okay. It's okay. We can go with B. Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry, then I'll let you. I'm sorry.
No. It's fine. Like I said, I just didn't plan very well for this. So I wanted to do it in a certain order, and I just ran out of time, man. So. But no, we can go to whichever one you want, because I still want to
right now, and it almost tastes like it has a sauterne finish on it.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw Jeff did say about that sticky icky. It was finished. It was put into a wine barrel.
Okay, so
sticky icky was aged in a wine barrel and not a traditional whiskey barrel too. So that's also what it was.
Do you mean like it had wine in it, or it was made from a wine cooperage as a new barrel? Do you know? Like
Jeff might know that. I'm not 100% sure
because I didn't get any wine on. But anyway, that it was different and special, man. So that's awesome.
Do you want which one do you guys want to move on to, or do you want me to pour one of the ones that you said?
I dove into B, so I'm sorry. But
okay, B. All right, we'll stick with B.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, so I mean, I get what you're saying. Where maybe this one should have been later on, Dusty, because this one is definitely got some kick and finish.
I had that as number 6 on here, so I had that as
shit.
Hey, you know what?
It's okay.
Man,
it's okay.
Here's he starts us with 130 proof pour and says that like this is.
I did it. I wanted to do it in a certain order because I didn't want certain whiskeys to influence others. This one B by itself is really good and unique, but maybe after a certain amount of pour, I don't know. I don't know. So I just didn't put a lot of thought behind it as I should have.
I will be more patient because I like to just drink.
It's my fault. So
I love it. Wine Cooperage New Barrel. Nice. Thanks.
Okay.
How you feeling about B, Mac?
Yeah, man. I mean, this thing is serious. The color on it's like I'm with you. It has some sort of wine finish, I think. Is it could it be? I mean, it's got that rye spice too, but the finish is like it's viscous. I like the tannin level. It gets close to like drying, but I like which makes me think it's got some of the wine, but it's not like too much pulled water out your mouth. So I'm digging it. What do you have?
Yeah, no, I think I'm with you. It has a floral nose, a little bit of a spice on the nose, and then maple syrup. It reminds me of a Sauterne finish, but the finish, I like the finish a lot. Like it's very balanced. It's a very balanced finish.
Are we close at all, Dusty, with our guesses here?
Some of them, yes. So this one is actually another backbone.
Oh.
So this is called the Boot Clapper Rye, and I don't want to mention the story as to where it came from, but so this one is 120.2 proof.
Okay.
It is a rye whiskey. This one is 5 years exactly.
Okay.
So this was barreled on 619 and then bottled on 624. And the only thing about this one is it's double barreled. It's a double barreled rye, so it's not finished at all.
Not a wine fin. Okay.
No.
Oh, it's not. Wow.
Not finished. Yep, just aged 60 months, double barreled rye.
Is it 95.5?
I believe this is I'm pretty sure it's MGP. 95.5.
Wow. That's crazy. That age too.
Right, 5 years, man. Yeah, but you were right. I mean, as soon as you started saying like you get that rye spice, that's what I knew. I thought you were on to it. So
yeah.
All right. So do you want to do D next? Is what we need to do, Dusty?
Let me see.
Or now that I've screwed it up, yeah.
No. It's okay. Let's see here. We did that.
Also, if everyone could see here, I'm drinking out of our trusty.
Wait a minute! Look at this merch you've got. Like,
there you go.
This is.
Look at that.
I mean,
it's just good.
Everybody in the chat, raise your 21090 merch.
That's what you get, right?
And toast, yeah.
That's what you get as a Patreon over there, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, everybody's got those, right? Everybody's.
I still got mine on, man.
Do you? Dusty? Okay. Some people apparently don't have them, and I got in trouble last week because I have a Glen.
Yeah.
So
I think you have to be local or something. I think they have to hand deliver them. Or I don't know.
Or Todd's slacking over there. Todd is slacking.
Hey, Dusty, Tim's a good friend of ours, and he lives up in the Indiana area, and he wondered if you're going over to Circle City when you hit Backbone. Have you ever been over to Circle City?
Never been to Circle City. No.
Yeah, I think it's worth a stop.
I think our original plan was to try to do Backbone and A Hard Truth at the same time.
Nice.
I mean, not like in the same day, but it just didn't work out. So, but I mean, I don't know how far Circle City is from Backbone. I'm not saying we couldn't go there and just check some things out, but I know that in last year's I haven't seen the results from this year's, but last year Circle City had a ride that I think I graded a platinum, if I'm not mistaken. It was phenomenal, phenomenal stuff.
Circle City's good stuff.
Yes. JG says, ask Dan and Jeff how they came up with Boot Clapper. No.
He already said no.
Okay,
which one's next, Dan?
I guess let's go with all right, you know what? We want to get a little crazy here. Let's do it. Let's go with Foxtrot.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it.
So you using that Foxtrot, that's something I wanted to ask you about as well. So you're a military man. Do you feel comfortable sharing a little bit about that and what you're and by the way, thank you, sir, for your service.
Yes, thank you.
And we are deeply appreciative of that, but would love to hear a little bit about that if you don't mind.
Yeah. So 2002 to 2006 was Marine Corps. MOS was 0321. So it's reconnaissance man. So it was special operations prior to the standing up of MARSOC, which some people might know in the chat, which was Marine Special Operation Command. So in 2006, that's when that formulated, but that's when I had transitioned out. So yeah, I mean, so as far as like in the reconnaissance community, it's what it is, what it sounds like. Penetrating deep behind enemy lines, gathering intelligence, reporting that back up to HQ, or having to do, direct action itself, hostage rescue, door-to-door kind of stuff. That's really kind of what it kind of entailed in a nutshell, if you will.
Wow. That's awesome. Well, thank you for your service, and obviously, without guys like you, we'd be lost. So thank you for what you do for us. We deeply appreciate you, Dusty.
Of course.
So diving into F a little bit here. This is like my favorite nose of the ones we've done so far. Wow.
Wow, for a minute, yours looked really dark in the glass, but I think it was just the background. I was like, did I pour
I know. Well, that's where I'm like,
I pour the right thing.
But here in front, it's not as dark as it probably seems on camera here. I'm looking at, but it's
nice. It's very sweet, inviting nose. It's like kind of a little bit of honey, a little toasted honey type thing. Okay. Man.
Now, if I throw a note out, do you think you'd be able to pick it up, especially after you smell it and drink it?
We can
from the nose or from the palate?
It's kind of on both a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a. Well, let's see here. Yeah, go for it. Let's see.
The sugared peach rings, the candy.
Oh, okay.
I literally just wrote nectarine. Literally just wrote nectarine. Yeah. It reminds me of dragon's milk. On some of the dragon's milk it has what it reminds me of.
That one is a little like I did not have peach. I had like a mango thing in my head, which was like, but I didn't want to say it. That's a crazy note. I should have just went with it.
I remember we tried some of the Old Glory barrels at Southern Collective, and we got a crazy mango note on those when we were there the first time. You ever been to Southern Collective, Dusty?
I have. I've been once.
It's an awesome place, man.
Yeah, it really is. And it's a lot smaller of a place than I thought. I didn't realize, it's really cool though. Really cool place. But yeah, they're the stuff that they're doing is awesome. And we've talked about maybe doing something over there. So really excited for what you guys have going on with them. So
yeah. We've got you've got eventually tonight. I want you to get into that 13-year ride that I sent you. So because I really want your feedback on that one. Yeah. I'm excited about that one.
So Dusty, on this, so you mentioned peach ring. I think a lot of people say Green River weeders have the peach ring. Are you how did you feel about the Green River weeded foolproof shelfer, or the That one that just came out. Was it just came? Yeah.
The full
Did you do a review on that? Maybe it's not full proof.
I think I did. You know, so some of their weeded stuff is a hit or miss for me. I'll be honest with you. You know, I think their single barrel picks that they do of them are good, are really good. I've tried two, but like I think they had the 100 proof. Was it the 100 proof weeder? I'm trying to remember here. I don't think I was a fan of. If I remember correctly. It's been a while since I don't have a bottle of it. I had a sample, little 200 ml of it. But for me, like the weeder is probably my least favorite thing from Green River. Outside of those single barrels. Those single barrels are pretty good.
I got a sample. Dave V in the chat has like sent me this incredible single barrel sample like a while back, and then it ruined all other Green River weeder stuff for
that
me.
One was so good. He sent us that one when he came on the show. It was it was for
and you know, I mean, these are, you know, I mean, as far as we all know, like those are kind of done now, right? So
I know, man.
You know, so it's, you know, I guess they're kind of like a rare commodity now at this point, but
so I get a little bit of vibes. So the reason I bring that up is I get some vibes of that on here, but then Hack, when you were talking about like the Dragon's Milk stuff too. I got some crazy beer finish stuff from them.
I wrote malted. I wrote malted, like it tastes a little malted. I don't know.
I don't know if it goes that crazy to me, but I'm enjoying this.
Yeah,
it's got some vibes.
For me, this is like it's very tropical. It's got the, you know, those rings, very kind of summer style whiskey. This in a cocktail would just really bring out the fruit notes. So this. And you guys were on it. This is the New Holland. It's the New Holland. This is our pick that we did. It's 8 years old. 123.9 proof.
I'm gonna make you big screen real quick, Dan. I want you to hold that one up.
And this is the Casting Couch Rye. I know it's super hard to see, but my camera's really far away.
Nice.
No, it's all good.
We kind of took the Friends theme and then Seinfeld and kind of
it's a malted rye.
It is a malted rye, single barrel malted rye whiskey, pot distilled. 8 years, 123.9 proof. So
this just changed my mind on While I Run, because I had a friend named he's here in the chat, Randy. He over with Gauchos. He gave me a bottle that was already open of his While I Run that had an Amberana finish in it, and I politely gave him the bottle back. And this is really good. Like this, I like this a lot.
It's got, so, you know, when we went there, there was some stuff that we tried. I think it was a little bit on the younger side, maybe around that 6-year mark, and it was a lot brighter, a little bit sharper too. Not only with the proof, but I think with that rye as well. So it was kind of like hitting twice as hard. But then when we tried this one, you know, when we tried this one, we really, really liked it because it was a little bit older. Some of that sharpness had kind of rounded out. But then they agreed to let it sit in the barrel for I think it was a couple extra months, and until it hit 8 years old, and then got it to us. So in that time, it became darker and richer, more of that kind of like brown, like some of that brown sugar, tropical kind of notes that came out a little bit more. We got a little bit more in that from letting it sit and age for a little bit longer. So,
malted rye is one of those things that is there's so many variants, and I imagine did you get that even single barrel to single barrel when you were there? Or
so we got, I mean, a lot of those tropical notes were kind of in there. Some of them lean maybe more towards like that mango-ish kind of note, but again, it was just that sharpness that was kind of off-putting, not only due to the proof, but then like I said, that rye as well, and just like that, it was just sharp. But you know, as the stuff gets a little bit older, you know, the barrel, I guess, will help kind of round out that sharpness that you're getting from some of that whiskey. So,
and I think too with the malted rye, in some malted ryes, I get an almost green pepper And it makes sense because if you think about what you're doing to the right as you're malted, as it's sprouting. And we got a little nerdy in the chat last night talking about malted rye we were just at Sagamore last weekend with their pot still malted rye release. I don't know if you saw that one come out, Dusty, but that thing is funky. And then I was at Old Mine and I was trying they've got a malted rye that I usually can't buy anymore. I was lucky enough to Arch sample that for me, but like it is so crazy how malted rye can range in from a jalapeno pepper to like something like this, which I think in the chat it was like peach cobbler. I think who said that, which I was like, yeah, that's freaking great.
Yeah, and that's that goes back to when you ask like what I look forward to most in the ASCOT, it's the rye, right? Because it's just it's all over the place. Where bourbon can kind of take you down these different paths and stuff, but I feel rye has just way more potential to kind of lead you into different directions that you haven't been in. So especially when it comes to the malted stuff, like you were saying.
Hey Mac, we've got a special guest here that would he wanted before the show for you to hold up the special merch. Hey everybody, cheers for here. I'm gonna make you big screen again, Mac. Hey guys. Everybody in the chat, thank Todd for the merch that you all have received at this point. The special Glens and the glasses.
Give me trouble.
We're so thankful for this merch, and so yeah, Todd.
It's cool merch. People are wanting.
Yeah,
People are wanting the 210 merch. Anyway,
I mean, for all the Patreons, we're just so thankful. Thank you, Todd, for all this. Right? Everybody's got those, right?
Guys, just real quick before we get too deep in things, I do have the things that I wanted to give away as well tonight.
Okay, sure.
So one of the things I want to give away is a bottle that we did a pick. It's a copper and cask, party like it's 1999. So we're going to give away a whole bottle of that.
Damn, that's awesome.
And then I'm also going to give away 2 samples of the 1950s Old Crow, 5 years.
Oh, my God.
This was an export, 86 proof. So we're going to give away 2 samples of that separately as well. So we'll have 3 winners from me tonight.
Oh, my gosh. So
what was the name of that first bottle, Dusty? I'm going to add it to
Copper and Cask.
Copper and Cask.
Yeah, and then it's our party like it's 1999 pick.
That's awesome. Thank you,
of
Dusty.
Course, guys.
We haven't even gotten to the Dusty part, Hack, and we're already over an hour.
I know. So we got to pick it up. Here's the thing. Which one do you want to do next, Dusty?
Let's. All right. You know what? We're down that funky road. Let's just go with Charlie. Let's go, Charlie.
Okay. All right.
That's awesome.
Of course.
So how many more samples do you have to try right now for the ASCOT Awards?
I finished them. I had to finish them all by May 1st. So that last night I had to get through, I think it was like 18.
Oh, wow.
And I wouldn't be surprised if I had to crawl up my stairs to go to bed. So
yeah.
Thankfully, some of the stuff that I ended with, like the Scotch, and then I think I had 3 flavored whiskeys in there as well. And
they have a flavored category?
There's a flavored category. And I'll be honest, like the only thing I really kind of get with those is like the texture, because when you drink a blackberry flavored whiskey, like that's what you're going to get. Right? Like that's what you're going to get. And I really kind of just talked about like if it was thin, if it had a nice texture to it, because outside of that, that's all I got was the blackberry. It's just very overpowering for those. They don't get too many of those, but yeah. So what I love to have done was the canned cocktails, the ready to drinks. I would have loved to have been able to do those. Yeah, that would have been cool.
So they don't assign everyone everything, Dustin?
Correct. Yeah. So like when you first start, this guy John will reach out to you and be like, "Hey, like what categories would you like to try?" Now I can tell you, I did not highlight Scotch, although I did get some, just because it's not my thing. You know what I mean? Like I'll drink it and I'll judge it to the best of my ability, but like I'm probably not the best person to send the Scotch to.
Yeah.
Just because I haven't really drank enough Scotch to really find those flavors and reach for those flavors as opposed to someone who's drank Scotch their entire life, right? Like I can't do it. So, but yeah, like there's, I mean, God, you got gin, rum, brandy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
Wow.
there's a ton of categories. You know, vodkas. They got vodkas in there, and you know, I did not highlight those either. So
That was kind of one of the things I wondered is like, do you feel like there's just, and I don't want to get you in trouble with those guys, but like, do you feel like there's just too many categories? Like they make it like there, or do you think it's necessary because of all the different expressions?
Yeah.
I think there needs to be a certain amount of categories, right? Because, you know, there are bourbons in there that are 11 years and older, 10 years and older. It would be almost unfair to kind of put them with some of those bourbon, like the craft bourbon category, right? Like it'd be hard to kind of compete with the two. So I think I think there may be too many categories now. They could narrow it down a little bit. But there is a reason why they have that many categories. So, the finishings don't really go on, but like I said, like the bourbons that are, 10 years and older, or bourbons under 10 years, and then bourbons 11 years and older. And then there's just the bourbon category, and then the finished bourbon, and then the craft bourbon. So it would almost kind of be unfair to some of those if it were all under one umbrella. So I do see why they kind of split things up a little bit. So
sure. All right. So on C, Mac.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah. I get a ton of toffee powdered sugar on this thing.
Oh yeah.
It is desserty boy.
Yeah. This is fat kid whiskey, baby. This is a butterscotch bomb. This reminds me a little bit of that OZ Tyler, like Appalachian barrel that I've got. Like it is.
Do you get that yellow? You get that yellow cake note?
Oh
yes.
Yeah,
it's cream frosting, buttery. It's just like you're diving in a cake.
Oh, yeah, butter. Yeah, buttercream. Yeah, that's a great note.
Yeah, it's like buttercream frosting. It's just, man, God,
which is what we loved in that pick we just did. Heck.
Yeah, the pick we just did is a lot like this.
Yeah. Oh, from SoCo?
From Southern Collective. Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's got some, but there's some. Yeah, this is cool. Well, what?
This is Old Line. One rum.
It's rum. Okay.
Yep, and this is it's finished in American single malt barrels.
Nice. So that's really good, man.
10 years old, and then 131.6.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So that
130 what? 100 and what?
131.6.
Holy shit, that's dangerous.
So I was just up there, and Arch was like, we were pulling from barrels, and I'm like, for bourbon drinkers, I'm telling you, like, their single malt and the rum is just a bourbon drinker's love. Like you're gonna, right?
Yeah, you would never think that those two could marry together and create something like that. Like, it just sounds so weird, right? Like a rum that's finished in an American single malt barrel. You would never think that it would come out like that, but boy, is that good.
God, I love this. I love this a lot. I really love this.
Also, we keep making this a 210 commercial. I'm not trying to do that, but I got to try their rum that was finished, and it's so good and just decadent. And anyway, it's coming up.
Yes.
Anyway, everyone knows 210. That's enough. But thank you, Todd.
Those guys are, man, they're awesome.
No, we love 210.
So is there one of these coming from Todd and Andy?
Yeah, they've got a rum that's finished in the barrel that we picked, which was a single malt finish Madeira. So
I'm glad I'm a top level Patreon.
Yeah, those guys are great. I'm fortunate enough to live right by them, and we've definitely hung out some at one of our friends' houses, and both amazing people. So
where are you, Dusty? By the way.
I live in Glen Burnie, which is like in between like Baltimore and Annapolis, if you will.
All right. Well, sometime we gotta hang. We gotta figure.
You're right in DC.
I'm in DC. I'm right in DC, so we gotta hang.
I'm down, buddy. If you ever want to go to Jack Rose or something, I'll meet you down there.
Let's do it. Have you been to Fountain Inn yet?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay.
We can go there.
Let's do it.
You need to go. Hey, every whiskey lover should go to the Fountain Inn with Mac once in their life. It is an experience.
Jack Rose. Yeah. So Jack Rose is incredible. It is Jack Rose, right? It is the whiskey bar Fountain Inn is a more intimate just experience. Anyway, they're both great. So,
Yeah.
but I love Fountain Inn. So yeah, Dusty, let's do it.
Let's do it, man. We'll get that set up.
D or E next, sir?
Let's go with Delta.
All right.
We're getting. I'm feeling these proofs are. I'm feeling.
I was going to save the rum for last. That or the malted rye.
I was worried about doing the Heaven Hill 22 being a 129 proof. Now I think we're
going. We're going.
Hey, hang out, guys. If right after we get through these pours, we're gonna do Heaven Hill 22 with Dusty. So that's what's next.
Originally what I wanted to do is keep like the bourbons together and then kind of keep the finishing things together, but we kind of went out of order a little bit. So that's my fault.
Hey, you know what? Hey, we're pros here. We're all pros.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, whoa.
Wow.
Oh man.
That's got like a cigar blend note nose.
I'm
like those fatty notes.
I'm getting like a bit of cereal honey coated, like there's some like a Frey Ranchy kind of like high proof Frey. Like I love some. So
I do. I'm getting a little banana now. Actually,
banana. I have a love-hate with Frey. I think lower proof Frey is tough for me. High proof Frey single barrel bourbons I'm loving.
Man, they sent me a sample of their 5-grain bourbon. Yeah. And I know it was a distillery only release, but my God, I love that. Oh my God, it was so good. It had the 5th one was oats.
Oh yeah, the oats. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a 5-grain, and God, it was like 136 proof. It was so good.
Yeah, Mac has a love-hate with Frey. Like there's ones, I think it's got to be above 138 proof.
Yeah, it's like 130. I think 134 and over. I'm good. Which, oh damn! Which, by the way, looks like the Cavs are running away with this one. So, all right.
Nice. All right, so yeah, I get a little fig on the nose, and then right after the fig, I get into a little banana, and then it gives me a cigar blend vibe on it, but I know it's not. But
on the palate. Wow, the finish gets dark. It gets I almost get a anise, like a darker sort of. But it's wow. Is there some fruit in there?
It's got that stewed fruit note, like super dark fruit.
This is interesting, man.
Actually getting I get a lot of what you guys are talking about on here. So,
and then oak, definitely. It's an oaky boy. Like, I don't know. It kind of tastes like a double oak maybe, but I don't know. Yeah, I like that a lot.
This one, you nailed it. This is a double oak. This is a Nashville Barrel Company. This is a 7-year bourbon. We called it Kryptonite. This is the one I did with Stuff and Whiskey, Josh from Stuff and Whiskey.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so it has a cool little label. I had to peel the label off of that one, but this one's got it's kind of hard to zoom in, but
I'm gonna put you big screen. Hold on. Oh no, not me.
You big screen.
Sorry. One more time. Here we go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, the Kryptonite sticker. That's cool.
Yeah.
Is it Indiana? Is it MGP?
It is. Yep. This is MGP, and it is double barrel. 120.9 proof.
129. Okay. Yeah.
It's crazy. The fact I got some sort of almost like craft level higher proof thing on that. And anyway, that's interesting.
Yeah. That was 7 years. We did another pick that day. And then they were like, hey, want this barrel too? And we waddled our way back there and wound up tasting it. Was like, we'll take that one too. So, that one was pretty good.
Love me some Nashville Barrel. There's Kelvin. Was this Kelvin? Sorry, do you remember? Yes. Kelvin?
Yeah, it was Kelvin.
I have one more ASCOT Award question I want to ask you because I've watched your streams. I hang out in there all the time because I love you guys and watching what y'all do. And one of the things that I noticed is that sometimes you'll run into something that's really, really bad.
Yeah.
And you're trying as hard as you can to kind of like cleanse the palate. And like for me, you know, when I'm doing tastings like this, I use Topo Chico. But is there like a professional taster, like when you get into something really bad and you're trying to reset, like any suggestions, like what would be like,
I've done a couple things. So I know I know so Todd from 21090 will tell you that Coke Zero is a good palate cleanser.
Yeah.
And I would agree. I just wouldn't do it with these. But if you're doing like a blind, I do think it works very well.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Resets it.
But no, I do non-salted oyster crackers to kind of reset the palate.
Okay.
I'll do that, and I have done like carbonated water before to kind of dig into the palate a little bit, as opposed to normal water. Typically, like as far as like nosing it, you know, smelling your elbow, I know is known to kind of reset your nose. Smelling coffee, like coffee beans, is known to kind of reset your nose too. I don't go that route. So I feel for me, if I were to do that, like that's going to be stuck in my nose. But yeah, I mean, kind of like, you know, sniffing my elbow. It sounds so weird. But then the non-salted oyster.
I do it in my hand. Yeah.
Yeah. Non-salted oyster crackers work very well. Very neutral on the palate. You know, they kind of like soak up any kind of additional moisture or whatever you have there on the palate, kind of resetting it. And then either water or like a club soda or something like that has a little bit of that fizz to kind of get into the palate a little bit. I feel like that kind of works the best because, you know, I don't know if you saw last live stream, but there was something in there that tasted.
I saw it. Yeah.
Pretty foul. I'll be honest with you. It did not taste good.
I saw it. That's what stuck in my head is to ask you about, because whatever that was.
Yeah.
So on those, like, will you keep record and then they'll give you results later on, so you'll know, like, I'll never buy that.
100%. Yeah. So you know, I write down all my scores next to my sheet, like on my sheet, whatever I'm judging, I'll write down what I score. And then I always take pictures of my tasting notes as I type them in. That one I gave a lot of constructive feedback to, and there was not a single good thing that I spoke about to that whiskey. So, you know, that constructive feedback is going to get funneled up to, you know, whoever it may be. And then, you know, they'll give that to whoever made that whiskey.
Do you have any idea, like, how many of you guys there are? Like, how many ASCOT judges?
I last counted 53.
Okay.
53 judges. I can tell you, I don't feel like I belong on the page.
Shit, please.
I mean, there's people in there that are really deep rooted in that industry. I mean, like Peggy the Nose Stevens. I mean, there's brandy aficionados. There's master mixologists, like the world famous mixologists and bartenders. Yeah. You know, those people have tasted way more than I have, and have been part of that organization for a lot longer than I have. You know, I feel like I do have a good palate. I'm very humble though, right? Like those people are above and beyond anything that I can taste. So, but yeah, I mean, that's, you know, there's a lot of, if you go through the ASCOTs, like you can go through there and click on the person. It won't open up the page, but it'll tell you like what they
bio of like who they.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really deep rooted people in the industry on there. So,
well, I don't want you to sell yourself short, because I think you do a fantastic job.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I do too, and I take it very seriously. I just feel like, you know, when you're looking at that page, it's a little weird to.
Yeah, no, I get it though.
People like that, right? Yeah. Like, you know, it's odd. I'm very humble.
Dusty, will you tell Fred that I had a beer blog in 2011 on WordPress?
Yeah, I can tell him.
All right, go. It was called "A Beer a Day Keeps the Doctor Away." I'm not even joking.
The good part about that caramel note you were talking about.
I mean, that's the good part, Mac, is that like with those beer notes, like you can basically,
you know what?
Hey, there weren't any caramel and oak on those. So
no. So it's a new world. But anyway, expanding the palate. But all right, what are we on?
All right, so on this last
I'm
one,
lost.
I've tasted
I
through
can control
this one has the most spice forward of anything we've tried. To me,
wait, which one are we on? Sorry,
E. Yeah, tons of spice on this one for me. It's not bad though. It's not in a bad way. It's just I get spice in the middle of the palate, like it immediately. That cinnamon, nutmeg.
Yep.
Not much sweetness on this. It tastes pretty high proof to me, but
kind of circling around that spice, like on the front of the palate, I get a very slight bit of toffee and then like confectionery sugar sweetness around that spice. But that spice really kind of builds from the front to the mid palate, and then kind of follows through into the finish on this one.
Yeah.
A little bit of some white pepper.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if I've had anything like this. I can't place it right now. I don't. Mac, what do you get on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I get that real sweet, like you just said, confectionery sugar with that level of tannin too. Like they're both pressed up against each other. They work well together. Where like if it wasn't as sweet, it might be too tannic, and if it wasn't tannic, it could get too sweet. I like the balance. I do get the proof too. It's
it reminds me of like a cinnamon churro type thing. Like that's kind of the note that I wrote down was cinnamon churro is so, but it's still the sweet cinnamon. It's not like tannic at all. It's still correct. It's balanced.
This one is another copper and cask.
Oh, nice.
So this one is called the Chosen One. It's 8 years. It is 21% rye. And then, so what's the age on this one? Bottled in 25. Oh, it said 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. 100 and what is that? 122.8. 122.8 proof.
Nice.
And this one was aged in Florida. So they do aging in like Kentucky, Florida. I think West Virginia too, if I'm not mistaken. I think they do some aging over there as well. So.
Nice.
I kind of wanted to send you stuff that was kind of like all over the place. There was more I wanted to send you. So if we ever do it again, there's more
let's
stuff.
do it.
This was cool, man.
I've got a bunch of dead soldiers over here. Like I've been doing some work over here. Hey, for JG, I need just for you, special JG. I want to make an announcement here and let you know we are tentatively, and I think it's pretty fair to say that we're going to be able to do it on this date. We're going to have Jason from Mash and Drum here on this channel, June 14th. So
nice.
He has got us kind of penciled in on the schedule. So Jay, be here. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get into drum key and talk about some of that stuff. And, obviously we look up to Jason a ton just from what he's built over there. And I know he always hops on these, late night, hangouts or like, he's just really great dude. And so we're excited to have him. So we'll get to talk about some drum key here in June. Should be fun. I think he said that his new blend would be ready by then. And so we're kind of trying to time it where he's going to come on when we do that. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
Should be fun.
Yeah. He's had a lot of success, man.
Yeah. He's amazing. He really is.
Yeah. He had a dream and he took off with it. So
he really did.
That's awesome.
All right. So,
what are we doing now?
Let's do Heaven Hill 22. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get to it. So 22-year-old cast strength Heaven Hill.
Woo.
Which, have you had this yet, Dusty?
I have not.
Okay. I was gonna say how many
to do this with you.
How many cast strength Kentucky 22-year-old things are on the shelves, right? Like, I mean, there's not a lot.
It can't be many,
right? But yeah, so I'm excited about this. I did have this a couple nights ago, so I have had it before. But yeah, I'm excited that we're doing this.
Yeah, so I've only had it one other time, and it was at the very end of a very long bottle share where I cracked it and proceeded to. So we had our 1 year anniversary of the Houston Basement Dwellers. So I know a lot of those guys are here. We've got a local whiskey club, and we had a bottle share at my house with all these guys. And so the first year that we had it, I popped JD 14 at the end of the night for just. And so, we do this thing, one more pour, right? And what's going to be that last pour of the night? And so this year it was this one. And my wife's like, why are you cracking that late in the night after you had that many pours? You're not. I said, well, because it's just whiskey, right? It's just. And so we cracked it, and I could not give you a ton of notes on it because we were so deep in the pour. So I'm excited to do this with you guys. But yeah, so Heaven Hill 22, this is comes in at 129 proof. The mash bill on this is 78 corn, 10% rye, 12% malted barley. This is Warehouse Y, the 5th and 6th floor. I want to say that they said it's around 270 barrels that they combined here, I think, to get this 22-year aged whiskey. So I'm going to set in the background, and here's what I was going to ask you to do, Dusty, is like treat this like this was in the ASCOT Awards, like break it down for us, like you're rating this. And I know it's not blind like it would be in there, but like, and it's probably a little hard, right? When you've got a prejudice in your mind, like, I know what this is, but break this down for us, like, and just give us like your real thoughts here live, and we'd just love to have you note this whiskey for us.
Yeah, I mean, so for me, there is a mix of sweetness, but then there is also there is a slight nuttiness to it too, and I like that. I get more of an almond than I do anything else. One thing I will say is with this, what's the proof on this?
129.
0 ethanol on the nose.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, none. I mean, it is very, it is, how you mentioned it is very kind of dense on the nose. I do kind of get that. And there is a slight kind of like an undertone of cherry there, which you would do find in a lot of those older whiskeys. It's like a cherry and almond. Obviously, you're getting some of that caramel sweetness to it too. I do get some sweet oak, like some of the oaky tannin, more further into the glass than further away. Further away, I pull out more of that cherry and a little bit more of that almond. Further into the glass, I pull out more of that caramel, more of that oak. But that almond and that cherry are still kind of like those underlying.
And that, Dusty, this is all just off the nose?
Yeah.
So awesome. That's what I mean. This is incredible. Like to watch you work like with this. And as you're saying it, like I get everything that you're saying today.
I mean, that's a stellar nose, man. I mean,
I love it.
It's a great point too, Jesse, of like close to the Glen and away. That's something we don't hear a lot about.
But yeah. Wait, will you say that one more time?
That's something I do a lot, and then I'll move it side to side too, because I feel like one part of my nose works better than my other part of my nose. I don't know why. I feel like I smell better when I go on this side than I do this side. But yeah, like further away from the glass, and then I'll go further into the glass just to see if I'm getting similar aromas, if I'm picking up something else.
I just learned something right here.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
But there is no ethanol on this whatsoever. Like even if when I stick my nose all the way in the glass, like it's nothing. There's no burn, nothing. It's just it's very very rounded, and it allows you to get more of the aromas when there's not that burst of ethanol hitting you.
Are you guys ready?
We're just getting in the palate, y'all. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Oh damn. Oh
man. So I wouldn't treat this like an ASCOT sample because usually I spit on the first one, and I'm not doing that. Man, so one of the things that I got that really kind of stood out to me, and I don't really get that a lot on Heaven Hill, was like an orange kind of marmalade note. I don't get that a lot, but it's like kind of mixed with like a vanilla. It's like a vanilla orange. You don't. This does not drink 129 proof either. Like I do feel a little bit of the proof there that covers the palate, but this one has those flavors that really kind of set like set in and like sink in. But it does not drink hot. It's very well rounded, I feel, and that really allows those flavors to kind of have way more exposure as opposed to something that comes off very spicy, right? Like we just drank that copper and cask, very spicy on that mid palate, right? Like you don't, and this is a higher proof than that. Like you don't get that from that. I know it's not a high rye, but still, like the flavors are very, very well rounded. They're dense. They're savory. I still get the flavors on the back of the palate.
Yeah,
it lingers forever, like forever.
I mean, as far as like the tannin levels go, and the oak component, I was really like, how do you have a 22-year-old cask strength from Heaven Hill that doesn't just blow you away with drying tan or like over? But this somehow,
not, so for me on that second sip, I do get a little bit of that cherry that I was getting on the nose. I do get more of that cherry, so it's kind of a mix of like on the front of the palate, that cherry and kind of like orange marmalade that are kind of playing together there. Some vanilla that's still that kind of faded for me a little bit, but then like middle of the palate, that sweet oak on this. It's not even a dense dark oak. It's a very sweet oak. And I don't know how they did that with that. Because you figure 22 years in the barrel, you're going to get some tannins, right? But like this is not overly done by any means. It's very along that sweet oak kind of profile. And then as it kind of flows through into the back, I do get that Heaven Hill, that nuttiness. It's kind of a mixture, maybe like a little bit of an almond and a little bit of like I don't know what other that would be. I mean, it doesn't go along the lines of like a walnut, but it's a lot softer on the back of the palate, less fruit forward. Some of that sweet oak that kind of flows through, some of that Heaven Hill kind of traditional, peanut.
Yeah. I think you said it earlier on the nose, like the almond, like a toasted almond type thing. Like
yes,
maybe
100%.
Like, and then for me, you said orange marmalade, which is perfect. And I get like a cranberry orange type thing in there.
So that cranberry could be my cherry, right? Like I was saying, like how you may see it as one thing, I may see it as the other, but we're still kind of in that darker kind of red fruit range there. But
but I think the bottom line is that like there are people, I saw one review on Instagram where the guy was like saying it had too much oak, and I just don't see it.
No way.
I just don't see it. I just don't see that at all. I don't see this having too much oak.
God, that is so good. That is so good. Even on that third sip, you know what I like about it is the flavors stayed consistent from sip to sip, right? First sip, I didn't get as much as I did on that second sip, but that second sip and third sip, those flavors just stayed consistent, and they hit in the same pattern as they did on that second sip too. That little bit of vanilla there on the front that's still now kind of muted, but then that marmalade and that cherry, then the middle of the palate, some of that sweet oak really starts to kind of kick in there, and then kind of flow into the back where that kind of meets up with that almond, if you will. It just really sets itself into the palate. Like I still taste it after it's been gone down now for about a minute. I still get the flavors that kind of linger around the palate. It's like one of those just really like saturates itself in, and then kind of just like slowly kind of releases itself.
I can tell you, like every time I go back to it, I'm getting a little bit different notes each time, and that's what I love that about a whiskey. I get that on some of the J West stuff. I'm getting that on there.
I'm gonna pour a little more. Mike, thank you for sending that. That's
absolutely. And if you want more to do a review or whatever, just let me know.
No, man, I'll review. I still got half a sample. I'm gonna review that.
Okay, awesome.
That is a stellar pour, especially after what we just had. Right, kind of going all over the flavor wheel. You able to taste that? Yeah.
So I think this is whiskey of the year contender material right now, right?
Yeah, that is from what I've tasted so far this year. Yeah. I would say that is way up there, if not probably the best thing I've tasted so far this year. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that 100%. I'm happy to share this with you guys.
Yeah.
So just a quick story. So I did, buy a bunch of bottles for other people, but also bought a bunch of bottles for the channel at the Specs drop in December. And here in Houston, Specs is the big, like it's the Benny's, it's the, I don't know. Do you guys have like, other than Total Wine? I don't know but they're like the big state like store where tons and tons. So they have a vault system. And so depending upon how much you buy. And so this was, I got this at $2.99 through the vault. And so was very, very fortunate. And it just, just because, different, depending upon where you're on the buy level, you get access to different bottles at MSRP. And so this is part of the Specs vault. So that's how I landed this for everybody. It's in the chat and everybody watching. Did not pay secondary. I think these are going for like $800-900 on secondary or something crazy.
Yeah. That is a.
Oh no! Thank you, Hack. Thank you, Hack, for sharing this. This is something that, I'm a huge Heaven Hill guy, and I had super high expectations.
What I don't want to do is our picks after this.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's just not fair. It's just not fair.
Maybe we should end like
maybe we should do the rye. Maybe we should do the rye.
That is so good, man. That's so good.
It's so good. It's so good.
My goodness. I'm gonna save that.
Yeah.
That's
special.
That's
So what do we want to thank you, Dusty, also for spending.
Also, I sent a few other samples to Dusty, and so we haven't, Dusty Dan's reviews. We haven't even talked Dusty's, so maybe we should talk Dusty's next.
We should, yeah,
if that's cool. We had David Jennings on the channel, and one of the shorts that we had with him that got a lot of, I would just say a lot of attention, especially on Instagram, was David Jennings, Rare Bird 101, awesome dude, does great stuff, said that Dusty whiskey is overrated. And I just want, I know you're a man that has a pretty healthy Dusty collection. So how do you feel about Dusty whiskeys in general? And, just want to hear your thoughts.
I guess it would really depend on, it really depends on the person's profile, right? Like not everybody likes, there's been some people that I've given some old whiskey to, and it's just not for them, right? It is a very different flavor profile than today's whiskey. That's for certain. Now, as far as it being overrated, I think it would really depend on what you're trying. There's been some old whiskey that I've tried that is absolutely fantastic. In my top 10, I probably have 3, maybe 4 old Dusty whiskeys that are in my top 10. I mean, in my top 20, it's probably 8 or 9. But no, that is very surprising because I know that he loves Dusty Turkey. But there's been some stuff that is just like,
and he went on to explain that there's just so much good whiskey coming out.
That's the thing, right? And so back in the day, like you wouldn't find a lot of sweet whiskeys like you would these days. It's a very different flavor profile than what we're so used to now, right? Not only that, but then you also have to take into account the proof range differences, right? Like back in the day, you didn't have too many whiskeys that reached above that 110 proof point, right? There were some, but not a lot. Nowadays, we're hitting stuff that's hazmat level, right? So, I mean that's a big difference there, right? And then you talk about production later on. The quality of grains, I'm sure, got better. The trees made a difference. The water filtration. Back in the day, it was truly handmade bourbon, as opposed to bourbon where you can push a button and here you go, you got however many 100-gallon tank of whiskey ready for you. So a lot of the processes and procedures from back in the day until now are a night and day difference. But again, I mean, you got to drink it for what it is. We're talking about whiskey that's, 40 to 90. I mean, I have a bottle of, that's from 1909 at my house, right? Like you talk about stuff that's like super, super old. And it's just not built the same as today's whiskey. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not built the same, right? A lot of the DNA may still be the same, but again, you're talking about better processes and better filtration. Back in the day, they used, they used either a white or yellow corn, and now we use hybrid corns. And I mean, there's just a lot of different things that kind of make them different. And but no, I mean, I would say that modern day whiskey, still would, in my opinion, is better than old whiskey. But I'm not saying that old whiskey is bad, right? I'm not saying that it's overrated, because there's been a lot of stuff that blown me away. But
is there a Dusty whiskey that you say like, oh, this is worth the, because the secondary is really high, it costs a lot. Is there one that you're like, hey, that one's worth the chase?
I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, if you can find a 69 Old Crow Chessman, that's, there's been some that have a little bit of a funk to it, but if you find a good one, it's just that whiskey when it came out was the real deal. I mean, that stuff is just outstanding, especially when you find a really good barrel. I mean, there's been some of the old Overholt, some of the really old ones from back in the day, the bottled and bonds that were phenomenal. I mean, hell, I've had some old Quaker on here that has been, fantastic. There's so many. I mean, I have a bottle of home that's an early 40s Brown Foreman. That's bottled and bond. 6 years old, bottled and bond. That's just stellar.
So this is the one I just poured up. So I've been saving this one. You sent this to me, by the way, very kind, several months ago, and I've been saving it for when we get together on the channel. And that is, I'm going to put it up on the screen real quick, Dusty. This is a 1942 Kentucky Tavern pineapple bottle, and this is a 6-year bottled and bond.
Yep.
And I just poured this up in the Glen because you sent it to me, and this is definitely the oldest whiskey I've ever had in my entire life. But anything you want to talk about, like this one, like
so Kentucky Tavern itself, that's including the old Kentucky Tavern, is probably some of my favorite stuff from Glenmore being distilled. I do get that cherry note on a lot of their product. But the pineapple bottle was one of those bottles, but when it came out, it was like very rare, if you will, right? Like it's just something that you didn't see. Kind of like when Blanton's kind of came out, like that bottle shape, just something that you're not used to. But the pineapple bottle has always kind of had that thing about it, where it's just such a very unique bottle, kind of like the Old Crow Chessman being a chess piece. But that was one of Kentucky Tavern's probably best releases that they had out of Glenmore. They did have some really good stuff that was from the early, say late 30s to early 40s. That was that bottled and bond stuff that was really, really good. It just had that depth and character to it, like you find in modern day whiskey. As opposed to some of the older whiskeys do come off kind of thin. Some of them do come off kind of thin. They just don't have, they don't have that depth and character like some of this newer stuff does. But a lot of Kentucky Tavern is probably one of my favorite brands from back in the day. I had so I'm part of the Vintage Whiskey Society, and one of the whiskeys that I brought to the last meetup was a 15-year-old Kentucky Tavern from pre-Prohibition.
Shit.
And needless to say, it was a smash. So the bottle is just it's an amazing pour for what it is, and that's been probably one of my top 25 whiskeys I've ever tried, and I had just tried it, when I cracked it there with that group. So, so Kentucky Tavern, again, one of my probably top 3 favorite brands from back in the day.
Well, cheers. Thank you for this.
Of course. Yeah. Mac, I'll get you a sample of it too. So
no, it's okay.
Don't give him anything.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I did. No, thanks. How is that hack? Come on.
I mean, even after coming off the Heaven Hill 22, really good. The cherry is very prominent. This is so cherry.
You do get a lot of cherry on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tons of cherry in this.
Yeah. It's and you know, that's a note that you do find in a lot of whiskeys, again, like that are older, right? You get that Wild Turkey 17 bottled in bond that had a lot of cherry note to it. And I mean, you get some of that 22-year Heaven Hill that had some of that cherry note to it. The Knob Creek 21 that's got that. The Russell 15, right? That cherry note does start to really pop out some of those higher aged whiskeys. So
yeah, it's fantastic. It's really good.
I will say, this guy. This is what you're talking about. They gave me this bottle from Fountain. Thank you, Fountain Inn, for I bought so much of this while I was there. I killed it. They gave me the bottle. Thank you. But you're right, Dusty. Like, these things are crazy. But I did want to ask, and I also have this, and Hack, I want to hear your notes on that too. This is an old Jim Beam white label. That's when you see a Dusty, is there something that you look for? Like, if I'm in the store and I'm like, oh man, that's a 1976 Jim Beam, like, I'm going to buy it. Like, it's not that easy, right? Because it's old and what do you look for?
Yeah. So, I mean, one of the first things you want to look for is like the evaporation on something, right? So like, luckily with that bottle, you can see kind of, how much is missing, as opposed to the Chessman. It's hard to tell, right? Any of those decanters, but, so, I mean, always looking for fill level first, because obviously if the bottle's sealed and it's low, there's a problem somewhere. So, if outside of that, if it has a really good fill level, then obviously looking at the clarity of the whiskey. Sometimes you'll find with older whiskeys, if they have a cork, they can get cork rot, and you'll see kind of little pieces of cork down at the bottom of the bottle. So looking for the clarity of the whiskey. There's old whiskeys that I bought that have some cloudiness to it, where the fatty acids will get a little bit cloudy. Not that it tastes bad, because I've tasted them and they taste just fine. It's just a breakdown of the fatty acids. So looking at that, like the clarity of the whiskey would be next. Step 3 for me would probably be, if it has a tack strip, making sure the tack strip is obviously in place. But I have a trained eye to look and make sure, like, sometimes you can see through to the backside of the tack strip, and I look and make sure the glue color is consistent on both sides. Because I have seen a bottle where it has like a yellowish kind of hue to it, and the other side didn't have it. And I was like, well, wait a second, this is kind of weird. Why does one side have it and the other one doesn't? So that could be a case where somebody got a razor blade and sliced up and maybe opened the strip, poured something out. I don't know. But that's something that you can definitely look for, as well as making sure that the tack strips are number 1 in place, but then number 2, it doesn't look like they've been moved around or re-glued. And then again, looking, if it's a cork, sometimes you can kind of tip it and see if the cork's in good shape. If you typically see like a black cork or a darker cork, it could be a rot. So looking at that, if it's a really old whiskey, typically they'd have a safety pull tab, a little metal pull tab that you can kind of, it usually hides underneath of the tack strip itself. They used it for a lot of counterfeit issues back in the day. So you would see, if you find an old whiskey, there's that. And then really just the condition of the bottle, right? If you find a bottle like that, something that has a little bit of a color label to it and it looks like it may be faded, then maybe it's sat in lights for too long, things like that. So like a lot of that little kind of like nuanced stuff, if you will, like that's the kind of stuff that I look for when I go and find any kind of old whiskey. So
nice.
Awesome.
No, that's really good to know.
First of all, like, thank you for all that education. Cause I think the thing is, and you were telling me this, right? Like, cause I was talking to you kind of offline and I was like, hey, got a friend that he's looking at some different Dusty whiskeys. And I've been thinking about here, you almost like politely said, don't do it. It's a rabbit hole, right? Like it is.
It's just, you with the money that you're going to spend on those, you want to be safe with what you're buying, right? Because, there are a lot of people who make counterfeit stuff out there. It happens. They get caught on the secondary market all the time. There's people who will go and buy people will go and sell Pappy Van Winkle indie bottles on eBay, and people will go and buy them, and you know what they're doing with them. They're not collecting them. So, they're not. They're making fake bottles, and it happens all the time. And, sometimes the people get caught, sometimes they don't. But it happens just as much with old whiskey, where they don't, a lot of times, with that older stuff, sometimes they can pull it off a little easier. So that's why it's really important to kind of dig into the details when it comes to that, right? If like the label looks off, or maybe it looks like it's somebody could reprint it. There's some, that have the little plastic thing that slides on top of the bottles. I mean, there's people out there that have those machines that do that, So it's just really being, really kind of being granular, if you will, with the details when you're buying that stuff.
Well, my friend that was buying that lot, you were super helpful, got the emails. So I want to say thank you for everybody, for helping a friend and Dusty, you're a great dude. And man, this has been awesome. I think, we do something here like one more pour. Mac, do you want to do like one more pour?
Yeah.
You think we should do the Southern Collective rye together, like to end and get Dusty to kind of taste that? Would you do that with us?
Sure, man.
Yeah, and guys, if you want to get into the giveaways, we've been posting them all night. We got some incredible ones tonight. So we're gonna do this one more pour. We're gonna wrap it up soon.
Do you want to do the Southern Collective rye?
Yeah. Let's do the Southern Collective 13-year rye. That's a 95.5. I really want to hear your thoughts. This is a barrel. It's called La Hermana de la Navidad, which is the sister of a barrel. Navidad was a barrel that we found, and we loved it. And then this is like a sister barrel of it. I really want to get your thoughts on it.
Okay.
And this is our second drop, right? So we did our first drop was, with Jay, and I sent you those samples. We can do those another night because everybody here's got those and tried them, but no one else in our group yet has had this except a few local people here. So would love to get your thoughts on this. And this 13-year rye is gonna retail at 130.
Nice.
So it's good price. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Man.
Oh.
Yeah. And Dusty, not all 95.5s are created equal, right?
That's right.
Some of these old ones, some of these old ones, I like early on, I dropped way too much on like a 14-year that I didn't know anything about, and I was like, "What is this?" It's, we talked about malted rye being a range, but I think even 95.5s, once you get up to this age, they range too, right?
Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you this too, Dusty. So we've got a pretty good friendship going with the guys with Southern Collective. Michael Hood, who's kind of their chief, CFO, CO, like kind of running things. And then Tyler, and then Jared, like they're really great people. Mac, has got a locker there, and so he's a VIP. So listen, we're important people. Like I'm important through Mac. Like I'm just telling you, at Southern Collective, and but they sent me a message and they said that they have 30 more barrels of these 13-year ryes coming, and that if things go well, that we can get kind of some first access to these coming. So if you like this, and I know you do a lot of different pick groups with, Hello Whiskey Friends and others. Mm-hmm. So if y'all want access to some of these, just let me know, because there's some pretty cool stuff they're doing with these ryes.
Yeah. But I want to hear that, man. I want to hear Dusty's notes here on this nose too.
The nose, like you do know it's a rye, but man, there is like that underlying sweetness on here. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious!
It's so nice.
It is. Yeah, it almost comes off as like that confectionery sugar nose. There is a slight little bit of some red fruit there, and I'm having a hard time trying to decipher if it's like a raspberry or if it's like a overripe strawberry.
I love it. He's on it. He's on it.
He's on it. Yeah, I'm going to be quiet because we wrote notes on this.
Yeah, we're going to shut up. We'll shut up. Let's let David.
I got my notes I wrote over here. So,
yeah,
it's so crazy. He just said that, Mac. It's so crazy. He just said that because on my notes, what we wrote.
Yeah, I mean, again, like that it's a rye. What's the proof on this too?
113.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I'm sticking my nose in the glass and like there's no ethanol, but like that's where like that it lets you know it's a rye, right? You get that rye influence. I want to say it's probably like a raspberry on the nose, more so than an overripe strawberry, but
yeah, so good.
You do get that there that sweetness of like a confectionery sugar in there as well. So a nice balance between spice and then some sweetness too, candy sweetness, some fruit.
Mm-hmm.
But see, this also has that nose where it's got some of that denseness to it, that hoof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
All right, I'm going to the
sampling my bottle out quite a bit.
Cheers, guys.
All right.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Wow. So first thing right away is the mouthfeel on this is fantastic. It's almost borderline, like it has a nice viscosity to it, but it's almost borderline refreshing. Like it really kind of like it's very bright on the palate. Bright as in not like sharp, but like very almost cooling, if you will. I know it sounds kind of weird. Very, very bright on the palate.
We use the word effervescent. Like
it's, yes. Take another sip here, real quick.
Oh, I forgot to ask you this. Did you get any Frankenberry on anything you tried tonight?
No, no Frankenberry. That had to have come from Toby.
It did.
Yes, nice viscosity, that effervescence there. Man, like you do get the rye, not the grain, but like that rye spice. Yeah, it sits down in here. There is a mix of like a lemony kind of orange on here, but then some of that raspberry that I get is more along the back of the palate, and there's a sweeter oak that's kind of mingling with. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's more like there is a pepperiness to it on the back from that rye. I'm having a hard time thinking if it's like that.
We wrote like a ginger, like a little bit of a ginger note.
There's a ginger snap chew. I could get. Wow, the nose changed a little bit too after that first sip.
Damn.
Yeah, this is nice.
This will be our first rye pick, Dusty.
Man, it's so it's very like refreshing. Like it has some weight to it. Like it's got that texture. It has the depth to it. It does kind of grab into the palate, but yet it is like it's very refreshing, right? There's like brighter kind of notes on here. Mm-hmm. Not only like some brighter fruity notes, but also like along that spices, right? It's not like a dark kind of black pepper. Like I said, it's almost a mix of maybe like a white pepper or like a pink peppercorn, like as it goes through into the finish. But that is, and then like that lemony kind of citrus orange that's sitting here. I am very sensitive to citrus in a good way. I can just really pick it up, and this has got that lemon kind of orange bite that's just attached. It's like stuck right here, and I love it because it makes my mouth water. And that's another thing that I like about this is it brings that moisture back into your mouth. It doesn't dry you out.
Awesome.
That oakiness it lets you know that there's some age to it too.
Well, now listening to Dusty talk, I'm wishing we would have bought the whole barrel.
I know, because we bought a half of it, Dusty, because we're still 60, small.
Yeah, we bought 6. We were nervous, so we only bought 60.
How many bottles is it going to yield?
The barrel would yield 120, but we bought 60.
60. So.
Is it too late for you to buy the rest of it?
Would you, Dusty? Seriously?
No dude, that's good, man. Like that's really good. I didn't know what to expect on the palate, and I did not think I was going to get like that bright, refreshing note on this thing. But again, it's got that weight and the depth and the complexity to it, and there's that pepperiness, and there's the fruitiness, and there's the sweetness. Like because I mentioned that on the nose, I kind of got all three. And then I didn't know what to expect, but on the palate, it brought all three of the same, same, those three characteristics to them. And man, that is,
hopefully it's not already, it could be
you guys are going to blow through those 60. Like, I mean,
well, we're trying to be cautious, I guess, you know, because but also like having somebody like you, like do this with it really, we think it's really good, but again, we're not experts. And so, but like, I'm really thankful for you doing this with us, because it helps us kind of validate, like, we think it's really good, but like a guy like you comes on and, you know, like this means a lot for us.
Of course. Yeah. And I mean, I appreciate the kind words. I mean, I would never call myself an expert. I'm always, trying to outdo myself and try to really kind of dive again, get very, I use the word granular a lot, but like kind of really get into the nitty gritty of the details. But yeah, I mean, for this, like for someone who's buying this, I think this gives you the experience of kind of three different characteristics, right? It gives you that fruitiness, some of the subtle fruits that are in there. It gives you some of that, again, that lemon, that orange, which I love the citrus notes. And it gives you that spice right in the back of the palate. It kind of is that mix between like maybe a white pepper, like a pink peppercorn. And then you're getting, again, some like that sweetness, right? You're getting some, your traditional, like your caramels that you're always going to get. You're getting some of that sweet oak in here, right? This isn't a deep, dark, rich oak. It's a very sweet oak. But then you have the experience also of like the mouthfeel and the texture of this one. I did not expect this to be like bright and refreshing on the palate. I didn't know what to expect, but I was not expecting that. And it's really nice, like to sip that and be like, wow, like this is like bright, and it saturates itself in. Like this is something you can kind of sit out on a summer day out by the water, just kind of sip it and have a conversation, and the flavors just kind of sit there and like, mix around. And it's really, you guys did a really nice job with this one. Very, very well done. Very well done.
Cheers, man. That means the world to us. Like, honestly, like, we like to say we don't know what we're doing, but like we try very hard. Like we spent a lot of time, right, in Southern Collective, like trying to decide, like, what do we land on? But they put us on some killer barrels. They really did.
And the Navidad is like the goated. We'll have to send you that too, Dusty, which is like the first barrel that they picked for their like their VIP members. And then this is a sister barrel of that. But and I just want to ask you this, Dusty, before, and I know we've been rolling here for a bit. Do you know the candy, like the strawberry candies that are wrapped in the strawberry wrapper? That's like a hard candy.
Yes. And it has that gooey center.
Yes.
Yes.
I got that on this. Do you get that at all? Don't be nice.
I think that was the raspberry note that I was getting.
Okay, yeah. You said it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, like how I was saying, like, tasting notes are like very subjective.
Yes.
Like, to you, that's a strawberry. To me, it maybe came off as a raspberry. But
exactly.
Or maybe like an overripe strawberry. Yes, I do get that. I do get that candy note on there. 100%.
That's awesome. And it is a rye. It is a rye for those out there who are trying to figure out if you're not a big rye. It's still a rye, but at the same time, man, this thing is, I think it's a good entry level rye. I still think, right?
I would agree. So? I think you picked a good proof point. Right at 113 proof, and it's not going to blow you away. This isn't one that is overly spicy, right? Like the spice is going to blow you away. You do get it on the back of the palate, but the sweet notes and those fruity notes offset that spice just enough to where it makes it easy to drink. And by easy to drink, right, it still has the weight, it still has the heft, that texture, the complexity to it. And again, like I said, you're getting those three characteristics: the sweetness, the fruitiness, and the spice on this one. So it kind of covers all three of those.
That was my thought. Like I wrote, like when I was writing our notes together, and we were like, I that's exactly what I wrote, is like the three different notes that you get from this. You get the strawberry fruit, and then you get this effervescence ginger ale, and at the end you get the spice. But it's like it is, a complex rye. But at a 95.5, you worry that, like, okay, and that's what kind of we worried about, is like, okay, well, is it too rye forward? And it's not.
Right.
There's no dill. There's very little mint
Well,
too. I think
I was going to ask
mint is very subtle
for
on this.
for the Jason fan. I was going to ask, where's that dill though? It's not really there. No, sorry, that's a deep cut for the mash and drum fans. But yeah, there's not a lot of dill though.
There's no dill. There's no black licorice. This is literally like, it is again, it's fruity. It's got that sweet oak. It's got the sweet kind of notes to it too that are not fruits. And I think it has the perfect amount of spice to it to let you know it's a rye. But again, those sweet notes kind of offset like it being too spicy of a 95.5, right? And that's what's beautiful about it. So very well done.
Will be the first Southern Collective sold on Shared Pour that we believe, and we know it is because when we were working with them, and also Michael and the team at Southern Collective, they did some really great stuff on pricing to get this at $130. So we've got this one. We've got an 11-year bourbon that is a 36% MGP.
It's so good too.
We called it Nashville Butter Cake. I don't have the bottle yet, but when I do, I'm gonna send you samples of that too, Dusty. It's like creamy, buttery, rich. It reminds me a lot of the one we did tonight. It reminded me of Old Line Rum. Like honestly, like
it had that
whiskey.
It had that mouthfeel.
That's so good. No, you guys really did a nice job with this. This
hey, I know that we couldn't make this pick happen at Backbone, but don't give up on us, Dusty. Like let's do something together.
Do that.
Look, man, life gets in the way, right? It's what it is. And there'll always be more picks, more places to go. So
we would love to do something together, man. Collab with you guys.
We will.
And I'm huge fan of what you're doing, and man, thank you so much for coming on. And
thank you guys. This has been a lot of fun, man.
Man, we've had a blast. We've had a blast.
Awesome.
But we're gonna get to the giveaway. Do you want to hang out for a little bit, or do you need to go?
I'm down, man.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm actually gonna pour some of the reveries while you guys.
Oh yeah. Have you had much reveries before?
I haven't had a lot of reveries. I did get some samples, I think, from Randall.
Okay.
I think Randall, if I'm not mistaken. I know someone sent me samples of it before. I just got to find them. I don't know where they are once I move things in here. So
it's all good.
I got to find them.
All right, guys. So you only have a few more minutes here to get into the giveaway. I'm going to bring up the wheel here very soon. So if you want to get in now. Going to run through the giveaways again, just real fast while Dusty's pouring up some more here. We've got Old Crow samples from Dusty. What year were those from, Dusty? You remember?
It's 50.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe it could be. Hold on, it could be 60s. Hold on, it might be the 60s. It's on the front. That's right. It's actually 1969.
Oh, a great year.
Yeah.
It's a great year here.
I don't know why I thought it was in the 50s. It's probably one of these other bottles.
So you got some Old Crow samples from 1969. It got the copper and cast Party Like It's 99.
Yep.
We've got the brand new, just released to the market, the OGD Old Granddad 114 single barrel. You've got a sample pack from me that's going to have all of my Dusty Dan picks that we didn't even get to tonight. By the way, I just have to mention this, and I told Jeff this, so I don't know if he's still watching, but this Still Austin pick, sir, and I know a lot about Still Austin, is the best Still Austin pick I've ever had. No bullshit. Like, it is so great. Like,
I love that. I love that Still Austin.
It's so good. So good. So you're going to get that sample pack. You're going to have the K-Luke, Evernorth. You know what? We didn't even talk about that either. Jesus.
I know. This one, Dusty's killer too. This friggin'.
Oh, you got the JD pick.
Oh, the JD.
Yeah. It's so
which
good.
Is awesome. So Dusty was kind enough to send me a link to buy this. This is an Evernorth pick. I know we did not really talk about Barrels of Hope, and I would like you just if you can just quickly kind of tell us what Barrels of Hope is, what you're doing with them, because that's such a cool thing. And I know these were picked up at Evernorth, which you've done some cool stuff with them around that.
Yeah. So Barrels for Hope was an organization that was brought together by three whiskey tubers and a gentleman named Joe who now owns a company called Adventure Spirits. Lance, who's the Whiskey Tornado, he is one. Josh from Stuff and Whiskey, and myself, and then Joe from Adventure Spirits. We stood up. We were the founders of Barrels for Hope. So it is a nonprofit. It's a 501c3 that supports 4 different pillars of charity. Each of us have our charity that we donate to. One is Make-A-Wish Foundation. The other is American Cancer Society, Folds of Honor, and then To Write Love on Our Arms, which is for mental health. So we donate to 4 different pillars of charity. And so the way that we do it is basically we do through the membership. Right now, I think it's like 60. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Maybe like $62 a month. But then within that, you get sent X amount of bottles per year. Sometimes we'll have additional ones that we can go and do, and they can be purchased as well. But again, all that money that's brought through that membership is then again given to those 4 organizations. And I think this is our year 4, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's our year 4. Yeah, I think it's our year 4 that we're coming up on. And we're about to have our year-end event here in July. And it's nice because we get representatives to from the charities to give our checks to, and last year from mine we had a guy come in, and he had lost his dad from PTSD, so some of the talking points and stuff like that from every person, the representatives of the charity gets pretty emotional, and but. Yeah. Each year we've been able to kind of donate more and more and more to those organizations. So,
well, we would love to do something with you in the future. We would love to. I'm speak for Mac. I mean, he and I, we both like everything that we do around Barrel Picks. It's always going to have some element of charity, giving back. That kind of, we would love to do something with you down the road with that.
Absolutely, 100%.
And what I'll do is, guys. So if you're watching this back. Check in the YouTube description. By tomorrow, I will link Barrels of Hope in the description so you can get there and figure out how to support that. It's an awesome deal that Dusty's doing. And all night long in the chat, we've been dropping Dusty's Patreon. So please, if you want to get in on some cool stuff, go support Dusty. He's like amazing palate, get into some great whiskey, and awesome follow him on YouTube too, because he's incredible. So
yep, great
notes. I appreciate that, guys.
No BS.
Oh, absolutely.
Great notes, no BS. I always really do.
That's what I love.
What are you sipping on there, Dustin?
Hey, where am
I just poured you guys Reveries, the 10 Reveries 10, 107.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Perfect. That's Barrel 53. Yeah, that's yeah.
Have you been out down there to Middleburg yet, Dusty?
Okay, so 2 for Richie. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 for Richie and 2 for Candace. Okay, gotcha.
So Dusty, we'll have you gotta get down there to Middleburg. You gotta do a pick.
I know.
All right, we'll figure it out.
I know. I gotta get down there. I know.
So Jay's having his big event August 1st, Dusty.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So we got a big group of us coming. We got a bunch of us from Houston. Mac, we're trying to find a VRBO out in the countryside out there. Yeah. Like we're gonna be there. You need to be there with us.
Are you guys doing a pick? Is that what it is, or
no? It's his event. So Jay, I'm loading the wheel real quick. Mac, you want to talk about?
I can handle. Yeah. So Jay West. Yeah. He had last year. He had his first big event. It's like 10-year anniversary down in Middleburg for the Reverie stuff. And then he's going to start doing that every year. So his annual event is going to be, and it's a ticketed event. He's got some like single barrels he releases, and then you go by and there's a bunch of, he had like 5 vendors last time. He had like Rare Character, Barrel, his stuff, Found North. Anyway, cool stuff, man. It was an awesome event.
Yeah, it'd be fun to hang out, Dusty, in August when
I know, because I know the year before, he took a handful of us to MVP.
Yep. Were you part of that? Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. Got to walk around with Ian, and then we picked so many barrels that day. It was unreal, man. Like
That's
two
right.
Rossville Unions, like a finished Ezra Brooks, a finished Rebel, two non-finished, a Penelope Rosé cask.
Rosé, yeah, the Penelope Rosé.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like that was a lot of fun, though, man. It was a good time.
Yeah. Well, that 10-year that you're sipping on is in a barrel 53 cooperage, which is a kind of an interesting cooperage. And man, that thing is just anyway, I like it. But
yeah, so I don't know. Like Barrel 53 is they're based out of Missouri. And so they're kind of like Kelvin in a lot of ways. It's kind of a small kind of craft cooperage. And Jay didn't have a ton of those barrels from B53, but the ones that they did, they really the profile they kicked out
killer.
was
Wait, am I doing the 8-year or 10-year? Hold on.
Yeah, which one are you doing?
I'm doing the 10. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 36% MGP rye in that B53. And he bought a lot of those barrels when they were like 5 years old.
That's crazy.
He just kind of
Yeah, it's killer. Heck, what
All
are you
right,
doing
guys,
over there?
I am going to cut off the giveaway.
Yep.
No more Joyce Paul. I see you. I got you loaded in. You're the last young lady. So I'm going to load Joyce in, and we're gonna cut off the giveaways there, y'all.
That's good, man. I see a rare breed tube.
Yeah, so this is one of the giveaways. This is gonna be my one more pour here, even though we've had 3 of them. But I want to say this before. This is my last question for Dusty. Thank you so much for taking so much time, Dusty.
Of course.
What this is 2015, so it's the 112.8 proof. Is this a Dusty? What is a Dusty?
Yeah, is there an age cutoff?
I think it just depends on who you ask, right? Like for me, I would say anything from the 80s and prior is
oh, okay. Wow. So 90s Austin Nichols are not Dusties.
See, that's where I kind of tinker with that though. Like that, I do agree with that though.
No, it's a good point.
Yeah, but again, the old Austin Nick. There's some other stuff too. Right around that same time period that I guess you could. I guess now you could probably say the 90s is considered Dusty because it's pretty old now. So
we're getting old, Dusty.
Yeah, those old rare breeds they're so good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good.
Good, man.
Okay, guys, I've got the wheel loaded, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it up, and we're going to start our giveaways. That sound cool, Mac?
Let's do it.
All right. Dusty, thank you again for doing this, man, with us.
Of course.
A couple of yahoos that just started
man.
a year ago.
You guys are great, man. You guys are a good company, good people. So
thank you, sir.
God, it's so viscous.
Yes. I have a bottle of that, and I have a bottle of that somewhere.
I know we didn't even get to Austin Nichols. I saw one sitting over on your barrel there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was some comments in the chat that like we just want to do a tour of your shelves one night.
Yeah. We shouldn't have even we should not have even talked. We should just had you tour your
I know.
So one thing I will tell you is I keep my Dusty stuff separate. So I don't keep it all in one place. So
that's a goal for life goals.
Yeah. Get a bigger apartment, Mac.
I need a bigger apartment. All right, what's this for?
My guys from the Chattahoochee. I'm representing
Chattahoochee.
Yeah.
Shout out Chattahoochee.
See you guys in here. Love my guys from Chattahoochee. Good dudes. Love those guys, man. All right, so the wheel's loaded, Mac. So I'm gonna write down the giveaways real quick. We
have like 18 tonight. So as long as
I'm writing them all down.
Which also, I'm sorry. Anyway,
go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mac.
I was just going to apologize to everyone because I sent out about 9 boxes today. So they're coming, y'all. All right.
So first up, Mac, we've got the OGD, the Old Granddad 114 single barrel. Let's give that away first. How's that sound?
Full bottle, right?
All right. Yep. Full bottle. Shuffle how many times, Mac?
3.
1, 2, 3. Good luck, everybody, tonight. Thank everybody for being here, man. This has been so much fun for us.
Yes.
So much fun for us. Next week, Mac's going to be on vacation. We're going to have the master blender, distiller, all things Good Times, Josh Scroggum, and my co-host is gonna be our guy Tim. So it's gonna be fun next week, man.
I love it. I'm sad I'm missing that. I might be able to drop in, between margaritas.
Yeah, drop in and speak some Spanish.
Yeah, that'll be bad. I know kitchen Spanish. That's about all.
That'll work. That'll work.
Here we go. Who's got it?
Wes.
With
hey, that's
OGB.
a local delivery.
That's local for you.
That's a local delivery. Love it.
Oh.
All right, next up is the Old Crow samples.
Yeah, you can do them separately if you want. That's fine.
Do you mean to do them together or do two different ones?
You can do two different ones.
Okay, so we got two different.
Give everybody a chance to win. Yeah.
Awesome. So we got two different Old Crow samples. Very generous of you, sir. All right, first one up. I'm going to shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Old Crow samples. Good luck, guys.
Travis, I work hard every day, Travis. Permanent vacation. Oh, man.
Sweet City says, "C and tequila is all I got."
Yeah, I'm with you. Platos pequeños. Small plates. All right, who we got?
First Old Crow sample goes to.
Oh man, this is gonna be so great. If you haven't had that,
Chris Barlow.
Chris.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations, Chris. All right, we're gonna do another one. We'll do it 4 times.
Special.
1, 2. We're gonna spinner. This is for the second set of Old Crow samples. Good luck, y'all.
Dusty, you ready for this this new gold foil Austin Nichols coming out this soon?
If I can get one that's not on secondary, yeah. You know how much that's going to cost. Oh my god!
I know, man. I know.
I would love one though. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that's.
So what in terms of picks coming out, Dusty? I know you're about to go do the backbone, but is there anything coming?
Oh, look who won!
Pop Jimmy. Let's go.
Won.
I bet you have his address.
If you want to spin again for that, I can pour him a sample. I got stuff to send him anyway. So if you want to spin again, that's completely fine.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
All right, we're gonna spin her again.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, he might have one of those. I could probably send him something, another old whiskey or something. Other picks coming out. I know we have a Bull Run that is about to drop. That was finished in. I think it was finished in Pinot, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, interesting.
Bull Run. Do they take MGP and send it to Oregon? Is that what they're doing with that?
Yeah. Yep. And then they finish it out there as well. So I can't remember. I want to say, gosh, I don't know why. I can't remember.
I'm removing Top Jenny.
We love you, Toby.
We love you.
I can't remember if it was 16 or 17 years. I can't remember off the top of my head, but so we have that coming out. What else?
While you're thinking, this JD, that Jack Daniels pick, man, I'm loving that. I'm loving it.
It's so good. I cracked it last night.
We were sipping that last night, man.
It's got like this chocolate mocha thing on it.
Yeah. Yes.
There you go. Andy Randy.
Gauchos. Let's go.
Nice.
Awesome.
17.
All right. So next up is going to be the Dusty Dan barrel picks. These are from me. It's going to have K Luke, Evernorth, Still Austin, JD Rye, and that Silver. We didn't even get to the Silver Springs.
I know that Silver Springs.
God, it's
so good.
Oh, okay. So the Bull Run is 18. So it was 17 when sampled, and then it's going to turn 18 before bottling.
Is it light whiskey?
Yes, it's American whiskey finished. Yeah.
Nice. That stuff is like dessert.
Yeah, that's so good. They're so good.
Do you know the proof on that one yet? Or
I don't know what it's going to be after it's bottled.
Okay. Nice.
This is for the Dusty Dan barrel picks that I've collected so far.
These are going to be killers.
Brad Cook.
There you go.
Brad, let's go.
Brad.
All right. So next up is going to be for my whiskey of the year contender sample. So this is going to be the Heaven Hill. This is going to be Heaven Hill 22, the Deep, Broad Branch Rye, and Joseph Magnus 515. These are all these are 4 banger samples. Yeah. This is, I think all of these have a shot at whiskey of the year stuff.
That's
and
awesome.
If you listen to Dusty try Heaven Hill 22, I think it's got a pretty good shot.
Oh, dude. I still got that in the glass right here. I'm going to finish off before the end of the night. So
it's so good. Thank you guys for being with us tonight. If you're watching here and you're new, we go live every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We've got a fun schedule for May lined up, and man, we just like to hang out, drink whiskey, have some fun, and we're learning as we go. So we're bringing people on like Dusty that are teaching us a lot of stuff as we go. So it's been awesome, man.
My favorite thing about let's see who we got.
Might be Candace.
Candace.
That's a nice Candace. Whiskey of the Year contenders, Heaven Hill 22. Got the she's gonna like this sample pack. I can't wait for her to get this. All right. Last one of the night. This is the last giveaway. This is Mac's Dusty's. Mac, what's all in this?
I got this Rare Breed 112, the gold tube, which I think is a 2015 release. I've got my 1979 Jim Beam white label, which, by the way, this thing, I tried this after Heaven Hill 22, and it's still hit. And this thing, 50 months old, and somehow it still is viscous and bright. And then I've got Elijah Craig pirate bottle sample, and then Wild Turkey 12, which I think is 2001 hack, which you found.
I think it's 2003. I think. Yeah.
So
modern Dusty.
It doesn't.
All right, here we go.
These are all good.
Awesome.
Good luck, everybody.
That's a hell of a sample pack right there, man.
It's been a great giveaway night.
Yeah. Hack, you're not gonna have any more of that Heaven Hill 22, man. You've been
it's all good.
It's all good.
That's all good. It's for sharing.
You're the man.
Yeah, that's what it's for. It's for sharing.
I'll take another sample.
I just have to save enough to get to the end of the year because I think it's.
I know, right?
It's going to have to get to the end of the year. It has to.
Hopefully, it doesn't do it. Hopefully, it doesn't do what Kaimet 18 did after I sampled it.
No, I hope it. And yeah, God Almighty, that'll make me so sad if that dies in the ball. Dang Hooper, I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have your contact. If you're in our membership, that I
can get you Hoop's info.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool,
I'll need.
Cool.
Yeah, if we could get us Hoop.
Okay.
Send it right to you. Yeah, if we could get. Yeah, thanks, Dusty.
Congratulations, Dane Hooper. All right, guys. Thank you so much. This has been an awesome night. Dusty, let's do this again sometime, man.
I'm 100% down, man. This was a blast. 100%.
And Fountain Inn. We got it. So seriously.
We will. We'll get together for sure. We'll go hit that up. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thanks so much, man.
All right, guys. Hey, I'm gonna Mac, I know it's later where you are. I will hop into the Discord for just a little bit tonight. If anybody wants to do one more round. Yeah. So we'll do one more round at the end of the night in the Discord for the hashtag one more pour. We'll just kind of probably talk a little bit about the drop coming in June and that kind of stuff. But we'll just answer any questions, but also just have one last pour to end the night. So if you're not a member and you want to be a member, we don't do Patreon or anything. We just do the YouTube membership. So if you're a YouTube member, there's a Discord link. You can hang out with us. We're going to do a little hangout tonight. Come hang with us for one last pour. Thank y'all for being here. Dusty, appreciate you, sir. Thanks for the education. Cheers,
guys. Always. Thank you so much for having me on. This is a lot of fun. So we're
all right, man. Have a good night, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
So for all the people that came here tonight,
cheers.
Everybody in the room,
cheers.
Hey, this YouTube thing has been fun, but it's way more fun hanging out with you.
Cheers,
and we appreciate everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, damn, that's good.
Oh, the rye is so good.
Damn, that's good.
Oh,
cheers, y'all.
Cheers,
one more pour. Have one more pour
with
with somebody you love, because you never know when it's that last pour.
That's true, buddy.
Cheers. Good night, y'all. Have a good night.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop up.